Stop. This is episode 21. Stop. Beneath the Five Kings. Stop. The Sky King's Tomb Adventure Path, second edition Pathfinder game by Paizo. Stop. I am here with Lorna, Josh, Austin, Justin, Dylan, Sarah, and my name is Brendan. And we are playing Pathfinder. Stop.
Second edition.
Was that good? I did say
Oh.
second edition already. But
We need the little dog in Balto that's little like eyebrows are raising the whole
I
time.
love Balto. That's such a good movie.
And Balto loves you.
I had a friend
Potentially.
in college who, when we cooked together, would always ask me to play the Balto theme because he really liked the theme.
just
But only
he's
when
like,
cooking.
Josh,
Hey.
we're gonna make dinner tonight, so can you put some
Balto
candles
on?
and play Balto?
Theme song.
I don't know if I could honestly pick out the Balto theme song
Yeah, go
if
ahead.
it was played for me.
Does he really just like little girls are ill?
Yeah, that's it. He had a crush on Rosie. Diphtheria doesn't matter.
There's a lot going on.
A lot being said right now.
All right. So we're here playing some Pathfinder Second Edition, doing a little of the Sky King's Tomb Adventure Path. We call ourselves Beneath the Five Kings. A little exploring beneath the Five Kings Mountains. Banter topic for this week. So Austin and I were talking about this one a couple weeks ago, but we decided.
You pre-banted?
Well, it was a
we pre-bantered
discussion
little
that
bit.
started based on your family, actually, Sarah, and then it
Mhm.
discussed. And then Brendan's like, "I wonder what everybody else would say," and then we're like, "That would be a good banter topic."
So I think I don't remember the exact phrasing of it. What did I say? Like,
So-
what do you consider fast food?
Oh
no,
yeah.
no. When you
No,
go to
this
a
is not-
fast food
mind.
restaurant, if you drive to a fast food restaurant, are you going through the drive-through, getting the food and taking it home, or are you normally going inside and sitting down and eating at the fast food restaurant?
Josh's
I,
face is
I have
hilarious
an
right now.
answer to this question, and it's immediate because I do this a lot. My answer is my fast food restaurant of choice, and I am going to count this, is Starbucks. And I order on the app ahead of time, so it's ready when I get there. And I walk in and I get it, and then I sit in the parking lot of the Starbucks in my car,
Ooh.
my
Partial.
food, while I'm sitting in the parking lot. So I
Tweener.
don't go to the drive-through because drive-thrus are a waste of time, and I hate leaving my car to idle.
That's fair.
Okay.
But I don't think
Very European of you. I appreciate that.
And
That's
I
good.
don't like to wait in line
Like
with my food. So that's why I order ahead, and it is sitting there with my name on it, ready to go.
Cooling off.
So is that option 3 or is that option 1C?
So one of the options was, oh yeah, I guess I don't know. I just said them right. Take it home or eat it there, like normally
Do I have
speaking.
to choose between those two options?
No. That
No,
was a good.
no.
That was good.
That's what I'm saying. Because I feel like not eating in the restaurant but eating it in your car is a third option.
Yeah.
What do you do? I think the two options that I had thought of that were like stereotypical were
Yeah.
There,
You were
eat
giving
at home.
examples.
yeah. But that makes sense.
Usually, the only time that I go to fast food is if I'm like on the go. Like if we're doing a
Mhm.
road trip back or to Georgia, it's really the only time we get fast food anymore. And so I eat it
Fair.
on the car. On the car.
On the car,
car,
he stops the car, he climbs on top.
It's after a fight,
I
so
mean-
we're gonna put him on the hood.
It's warm.
I mean,
It's outside.
you-
Through.
You could pull over and like get out of the car for a bit and sit on the hood or whatever.
No,
I think it's
I
called a
eat it
picnic.
in the car on the go.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's valid.
In the car on the go.
You guys
That's-
have already discussed what my family does.
Eat those two.
Share those, Sarah.
I would say that's probably the same for me, just on the go, not necessarily taking it home, just whenever it's.
Does anybody ever?
We-
Like, do you go inside, like Josh or Justin? Is there ever a situation where you like go inside and eat?
Very rarely.
We literally went to Freddy's and ate. Like last month.
That was
Like
because
sometime this year.
Lorna was on call, and so she's like, I have a 20-minute break. Come meet me at Freddy's, and we'll eat
Yeah.
Okay.
together."
That's valid.
If
So that's a
if
very good
we
exception. I was also going to say that there are occasions where I will bring food home, but it's if I'm bringing it home to someone.
No. It's after Frisbee. Sometimes you do like the Wendy's
The Wendy's.
Anyway,
or Culver's. But he prefers Culver's, but he chooses Wendy's because in the summertime they have the strawberry frosty.
Mhm.
The strawberry frosty slaps, and he gets the strawberry frosty for me.
for her, not for myself.
Yeah, if we are gonna go into a place, we usually try to go. We usually try to find a local place that we would go into. We don't usually go into like a fast food.
I also think it depends
Place.
what you define as fast food. Like, some people call Applebee's fast food.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It has a
No.
drive-through. 99% of the
It's-
time, if it has a drive-through, I feel like.
Yeah,
It's, like,
that
pretty
is a
defining.
good rule of thumb.
There are exceptions, but I feel like
And Applebee's is not by any means fine dining, but
That's
it
true.
is at the very least
a
a
restaurant.
You
restaurant.
don't go
Yeah,
to
at
Yes.
that point you're just qualifying like maybe low caliber food to high caliber
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
They just if they curbside, not drive-through, and
Right.
they have actual silverware.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a.
I
that's a
realized
decent
that.
defining.
That was an adult thing that I realized is like, why does food always look better in commercials and like on like advertisements and stuff? And it's because they're not serving it to you in paper and giving you plastic to eat it with. Like they have pictures of this like steaming hot burger on a nice plate, you know, and like it's all like
Presentation. Yeah.
Have you
presentation
ever
stuff.
watched the videos of how they
Actually do that?
prepare those like commercials? It's
They're
pretty
fake.
They use like glue for pizza and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
No, it's Elmer's glue for the milk and cereal.
Flows
that makes
better.
sense.
It's better in
Right,
slow
white.
mo.
Yeah.
That's funny.
My
No, the
answer
reason-
was. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say it's the dichotomy between Brendan and Sarah that makes this good. But mine is almost always take it home. And, like, obviously, if I'm out on a trip or something, like if I'm driving an hour and a half somewhere, I get fast food. I'll eat it in the car. But I don't remember the last time I ate it in a restaurant either. Like the McDonald's is 30 seconds away, and I'll go get it and bring it back home and eat it at home. Just because I like to sit down, have the TV, watch, or be on my computer doing stuff and multitasking. I don't ever really go inside and eat.
Austin saying the dichotomy between Sarah and Bryn is what actually makes it good is actually the quote of our marriage.
That's your tattoo.
Yeah.
Little
Well,
yin,
should
little
be-
yang.
Did Sarah and Brendan answer already?
Her
No, they have not
tattoo.
Okay.
Her tattoo should be yin and yang, but instead of the dots, it should be each of their faces.
That's terrible.
I was-
Josh's little smile after that was the best part of the whole
he,
sentence.
he knew what he was doing.
He said he to himself. No, the reason that it came up in the first place because Austin and I were talking about. I don't know why.
You
I
brought
it
up just
but
a
I
trip
brought-
that you, yeah.
for sure. It was like, but I was like, my family growing up was like, if we were getting fast food, it was because nobody wanted to cook. Like that was too much effort, and we go out and we sit down in a fast food restaurant and we eat food, and then we come back home. I was like, I don't think we've ever. If like my mom would get mad if we would go through the drive-through because the food would get cold, like before we get home, and like cold fast food is not good food. So it's just like we didn't ever go through the drive-through, as we always went in and sat down. And to the point, like I made to Austin, I was like, I mean, I would if like in college, if I was like going to Taco Bell to get food, I would walk into Taco Bell and grab my
Oh.
food and sit down and eat.
See, when I was in college, we would sit down at Chick-fil-A because
Oh, Chick-fil-A doesn't count. Chick-fil-A, everybody.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A is a fast food restaurant. That counts.
Going inside and sitting down fast food.
it's still
Like,
fast food. But part of the reason why we do it is it's actually faster to do it that way than
Yeah.
it was.
They're so efficient. They're staff.
We would go in and get the food inside and leave, like just the same as the drive-through. Like that kind of beats the. It's like a halfway point between Lorna's thing, whereas it's like the drive-through looks really long. Let's just go inside, get our food, and we'll bring it back out and head home.
But my family was the same way, where if we went to a fast food restaurant, we sat down at the fast food restaurant. But most of the time, if we went out to, like, we very rarely went to restaurants growing up because there were so many of us. And if we did, it was like
Yep.
fast food because it's cheap. So,
That's
You
fair.
hear that,
Yeah.
Brendan?
I heard what he said. Yes.
But it also makes sense if you have a big family and you're trying to take them to fast food. You don't want any of the mess, and so you can eat at the restaurant and
That's
get
true.
all throw all your trash away at the restaurant. you don't have any mess when you get home. You just get home and everything's clean.
I feel like at a certain age where like people can stay home though too, like you just have someone go get it and bring it back home, because I feel like also getting everyone in the car to get to go to somewhere is maybe as big of a mess. No?
No, we never did that.
Yeah, we definitely.
I would agree. I would
Because
agree with you,
we all
Austin.
had little siblings all the time. Like,
That's
Brendan-
true. My youngest sibling was like 3 when I left the house, so it's,
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
That's fair.
No, the Renfreys, we would like all 10 of us get into the van, go to wherever, and then we would all wait until we got home to eat the food.
wow.
It's
That's
that.
really-
Yeah, it's a lot to get everyone in the van to bring it back. But I would definitely. I'm just more comfortable at home. Like I have a better eating experience if I get to eat it at home. Just like I never studied at school either. I prefer to do everything in my house. I don't like to do things
I get it,
outside
Austin.
the house that I could do at my house.
The part
Austin
that
is
Brendan
the
knows-
opposite of Sarah and I, who will like go to Radina's and sit there
Yeah.
all day.
It also makes a big
Me-
difference now that I have a porch. 'cause,
Okay,
like,
but
I-
Radina's in a coffee shop is
Slaps.
different.
No, it does slap, yeah.
that is like a vibe. But I'm not like a coffee. If I liked coffee, that might be a more. I'd go to a bar and hang out. I guess I prefer drinking out at bars sometimes than I do at my house. But that seems.
The
Different
part that
too.
Brendan is, he knows but is forgetting, is that the Renfreys love to talk. And so a lot of the times, it's like, would it make sense for one person to go grab the food and bring it home? Sure. Would it make sense for all of us to go maybe in the restaurant and eat? Sure. But we can't be our loudest, most like unfiltered
You
selves.
can't be the Renfreys in public.
We can't be the Renfreys. So we contain it to the van, and we can't leave somebody at home because then we can't do it. We all have to be screaming over each other the whole time. So
You're looking
it
out
has
for
to be a-
society.
Yeah.
Respect.
I didn't say any type of any way was wrong. I just thought it was funny because like that was a thing, that was like a culture shock thing to me. It was like I like the first time with somebody else, so they're like drive through, and they're like you want to go get food like Arby's or something? And I was like, yeah, it sounds great. And like we got to Arby's, we like went through the drive-through, and I was like, well, where are we going? And then we like went through the drive-through, and we're like driving home, and we're just like waiting to eat, and I'm just like, oh my god, what is happening? I'm lost.
It's wild how many differences there are in people's lives, and like that's not something that you would ever think would be different anywhere else. Like, it certainly is.
It's like the
There-
first time you sleep over at somebody's house, and you're just like,
Yeah, that's true.
why do you guys pee in the closet? That seems super weird.
I'm trying to think if I had a moment like that because I feel like the first house I slept over at was probably Dylan's.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know if I had a
probably.
culture shock at your house though.
Austin,
I
do
mean,
you have,
the
like, a
Swains are
DVD?
just a culture shock in general, but I don't think of anything in particular that.
I think
The
we've all
Swedes?
had a DVD title scene playing at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
sort of moment, you know.
It's just that
I think we can
70s
all
show
relate to
all
that.
night. Is what it was.
Yeah.
At Dylan's house.
Yeah, I'm always the first one to get up. If we're having like a group sleepover, always the first one to wake up. And somebody, I don't understand it. I'm like,
I am now.
like whoever falls asleep last should turn everything off, but they didn't. They would just leave it going.
No, 'cause
and so you wake up, and you're just like, oh my god, this
You
has
don't
been
on
running
purpose
all
go to
night
sleep.
long.
At like a sleepover most of the time though. It's like you're fighting to stay awake and then you just fucking pass out. You can't remember to turn things off.
Contrary to how I am as an adult, as a kid I had a very hard time sleeping and falling asleep. And so I was that kid that like was the last man standing at every sleepover I went to, and then was like would try to sleep when everybody else was asleep, but would really just like lay awake for just hours.
Were your parents the cool parents for sleepovers?
Okay,
Nope.
so I feel like
You know mine would.
this tracks. I never had a sleepover growing up because my parents were too weird about letting me have friends over to my house.
Yeah, no, I
And
can
so
see
I
that.
never really had friends over to my house, and I never had a sleepover when I was growing up. I went to other people's sleepovers, but I never had one myself.
You still had a sleepover then.
You didn't host a sleepover, maybe.
I never hosted
Yeah,
one.
yeah, but you still had.
So
Yeah, I
my
don't-
parents
I
were
never
not
hosted one
like
either.
the cool parents, I guess. But
Well,
like,
I lived too far away, so I was like out in the country, so it was always like a big deal if I had people over. But my family had a lot more rules in the house than like my friends' families
Yeah.
did. So I was
Yeah.
always just like, oh god, take your shoes off, say thank you when you close the door, like all this kind of stuff. So I just was like, nah, it's more fun to go to my friends' houses.
I
Like,
can't see.
it's
Yeah,
fun to
that's
have people
fair.
coming over, but
I can't
That's
see your
fair.
mom or your dad being total like. I
they
don't
probably
know.
wouldn't have been. It probably was fine. It was probably mostly in my head, but I also had a lot of dogs, and Dylan was afraid of all my dogs because they were psychotic. So, right, Dylan?
Yeah,
Teresa, I know you're out there and I love you, but hosting sleepovers with her was awful.
You think Teresa's listening?
No, I don't.
I'm not listening.
You should
But
leave her.
she's
Put it in the
putting that
family
out there
chat.
and-
Put it in the family group chat.
What did she send recently that I love saying my little family gems. She sent one recently. I'll send it real quick.
I love
Oh.
Teresa Renfrey with my whole chest. She should be protected at all costs.
She said with no context what happened, and then sent like an engine that was on fire.
It's a picture of like a car crash in Topeka, and she's just like, "What happened?"
I may have seen
You're
that
the-
one on It Is Topeka, my dudes.
Yeah, yeah, but also like you're the only ones that live there now. Like none of us would know why there's a car accident. So it's like why would you send that to the group chat? What do you think that's going to accomplish? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Oh, did we
My
get?
mom. Oh, sorry.
Nope. Go ahead.
I don't need to talk about my mom. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, did we get the fast food answer officially from Justin and/or Dylan?
We definitely didn't get from Dylan. I think
No,
we got it
but
from Justin.
I would like to
Yeah.
take my turn to learn more about your mom, please. Thank you.
Mother Teresa. That's all you need to know.
I was gonna say that my favorite example of her, because my mom, she had a daycare, so she was already like, I feel like overstimulated by children all the time, and we had lots of kids, so she just like was there all the time. And we had like a Girl Scout night out thing where we like all slept in the Omaha Aquarium overnight, which is really really cool. But my mom has a hard time reining in herself in public back to the van, but also when there's kids that she can't tell what to do because their parents are there and it's weird to like scream at other people's kids. So she was like mentally imploding the
Fair.
whole time. But there's like 30 little girls that were like running through the aquarium like tee-hee-heeing, and it was like echoing, so like nobody could sleep the whole time. And it was probably around midnight, so my mom goes to bed very early, so that was like 3 hours past her bedtime, and you just hear her erupt from the other side of the aquarium telling these little girls to basically shut the fuck up and go to bed.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
And all my friends like slow, like, because you can hear it all through the aquarium, like slow, like defeated walking back to their beds, and then talking about how like, man, Sarah's mom's lame, whatever, like.
I also
That's my
like now, if you talk about this stuff, your parents can't remember any of that happening. They're like, no, I think we let you do whatever you wanted. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I was like, if I had friends over 2 weeks ago, you were like, you just had someone over. That's it.
We just went to Dylan's house. It wasn't
Yeah,
like a
and
ask his
I
mom
could
thing.
actually,
We
like,
just went there
Talk
after
to my
school.
mom about it now.
Was your mom the cool mom, Dylan?
Yeah.
And Gail and Dalton's mom. But
Yeah,
Dylan's
yeah,
mom
we had
mostly
two.
growing up.
You had two?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
man.
did. We'd had two
Nope.
two cool moms.
Pretty
But
solid
Dalton
drinkers.
lives way outside of town, so Dylan was like the
Yeah.
walk to his house after school.
Yeah.
We
Fun
had
house.
neighborhood friends that we would hang out with all the time. We'd play the shin kicking game.
We didn't do that kind of shit. We played
did Kick the Can.
Kick the Can on Baker campus, and that was
Baker's
just
still home.
peak. Get
Do you
chased
think
by
Gen
the
Z does stuff like that?
no, I mean probably, but I don't want to be that guy who was like back in my day, but I don't know if they
No,
probably do something.
I'm pretty sure Gen Z plays Minecraft. I don't think they have any need to play Kick the
Kick
We
Can.
would get like chased by
Yeah.
like the security guys in their little golf carts. Actually, not me, because I was a goody two shoes, and if I saw them, I was going home. But like that was definitely like a vibe.
It's the opposite,
I'm
just
sorry,
like,
I didn't mean.
they're in trouble.
I'm going. I'm leaving. I wasn't here.
We used to walk on the railroad tracks until a cop
Yeah.
car would come by and tell us to get off the railroad tracks, and then
That's
we'd
good.
get off just long enough till the
Little
cop
block
car
car
passed
kids.
and get back on until another cop came and yelled at us.
You Southerners. That was a bit.
Yeah, if you're on the railroad tracks in Topeka, you're probably shouldn't be there. You're
You're
probably
actually
gonna get hit
walking
by
on
a train.
needles too, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Or you were there on purpose.
definitely should be. There. Yeah, definitely
My
shouldn't
mom-
be there though.
My favorite story, my brothers were born in 83 and 85, were them like they were just like going to play basketball with kids in the neighborhood, and there was a man that always joined them, but he just drank mouthwash the whole time.
Oh.
Mm.
That's some high alcohol content.
or a dentist.
Yeah, exactly. Huge fan of oral hygiene.
He really cares.
He was constantly concerned. Yeah, exactly.
He was drunk as shit, but his
fighting,
teeth were pristine.
he was fighting chronic gingivitis.
I just love
The
Andy
only
saying
tools he
like,
had.
Andy be like, but that man could dunk, and I was like, I'm sure.
Priorities, right? As a kid. Okay,
Yeah.
we should probably go ahead.
Stop. Yeah.
And then we can move on to some.
Hurry, fast.
Oh, I
food.
just wanted to let you guys know that my mom fed me the lie that the railroad tracks were electrified, and that if you walked on them, you would get
That's
shocked.
smart. I
That's
feel like I
amazing,
remember that.
though.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
a good
other
one.
light in the car lie that every parent tells.
I was
Like
gonna
that
say
radio
I saw a TikTok this morning and it had like every single one of those, and I was like, every single
The
one
light
of those
turning
has
on in the
been
car
used.
is illegal if it's at nighttime.
Light turning on the car is illegal. If you swim right after eating, you're
You'll
gonna
cramp up.
drown. It's
Yep.
like there was like a dozen of them in a row, and I was like, every single one of those is something that my mom has told me. If you crack your knuckles, you'll get arthritis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, when did you decide that touching railroad tracks was worth the risk?
No, I just forgot about it, like all the other life lessons. I just learned them on my own.
No, so I think
That's
the
good.
railroad track electrification thing is partially because some actually are, and it's easier to tell your kid not to do something.
Anything?
It's like the you shouldn't touch baby animals sort of thing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
where there's not
General.
actually like I think a scientific like
The
well,
scent, they
there's-
won't come back or whatever. Yeah.
It's more that you just shouldn't do that generally speaking. So you tell your kids, they're electrified because you shouldn't probably be on them generally speaking, but some of them are actually electrified.
My
Yeah, and
mom
oh,
told
don't touch that baby bird or its mom's gonna leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, real good deterrent.
It's
My
more that you
mom-
need to make sure you put it, like, if you move it, yeah, its mom will never find it again.
She told us that if we didn't put our seatbelts on, she would have to crash the car.
Well,
I do think that one's hilarious.
You leave me no
What?
choice.
You leave me no choice.
I mean, I feel like it. I think we were scared to the point where Nicholas and I would start crying if like the car was leaving the driveway though, and we didn't have seatbelts on. It was just like it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. We can't stop.
We just put them on as
That's the
second
funniest
nature.
thing I've ever heard in my life. We would sob if we didn't have seatbelts on because we were too nervous we'd all
It's just
die.
like- It's like sometimes like we're on a mission, like we're going somewhere, we're trying to get there in a hurry or whatever. And we like get in the car, and then mom just started immediately backing the car out of the driveway, and it was just like whoa. It's just like no, we're on the street.
my not best, one of my crazy mom stories is that it was like after church one Sunday, and my mom was like, we need to stop by Kmart for me real quick. And so
Old Kmart.
we dropped her off at the entrance to Kmart, and she's just like, I just need to run in and back out. And we went and parked somewhere. And this was like pre
Who
all
was
of it.
driving?
My dad.
Charles? Oh.
My dad. And this was pre all of us having cell phones, because this was like very young Josh. So I was young at the time. And
Thanks for calling.
we sat in that parking lot for 2 hours waiting for her, and eventually sent Charles in to go try to find her in the store, and he couldn't. And so we finally left, and we drove the route back to our house, and our mom was walking across the Topeka Road bridge on like across the Kansas River. And like my dad stops at the end of the bridge in an area and like tries to pick her up, but she's pissed at us because she's like, "Why did you leave me?" And we're like, "We were in the parking lot for 2 hours." And she's carrying the stuff that she's bought at Kmart, and it's one of the worst fights.
Is one of the most stagnant your mom and dad things I've ever heard in my life.
It's
I
one. Of
100%
the,
can still see this happening to this day.
it was one of the worst fights my parents had. I thought, yeah, and I was just like, entirely my mom's fault at that point, because it's like we were there, we were waiting.
Yeah, did she not know your car looks like?
Yeah, she was a car looked like. So,
You guys shouldn't have left her there. Jeez.
yeah, we shouldn't have.
I love
left.
that we had a Pinnacle Stegman and a Pinnacle Bonavia story back to back. That was good.
Absolutely.
And I think to wrap up the dichotomy of Brendan and I, my mom's like, you have to put the seatbelt on or I will crash the car. And her favorite story is the day that me and Sam were just old enough, we're like, do it.
Do it, you
And
won't.
He had no response to us just being like, risk it all, Mom. Go for it.
Risk
Bet.
it all. No, what I really want is a story of you and Sam both simultaneously being like, okay, on the count of 3, we're gonna unbuckle our seatbelt while Mom is driving down I-70 or whatever. And just like,
I only remember it was like Sam on his Game Boy in his room. He's like, Mom couldn't kill all of us, could she? And I was like, she could. He's like, and he just like shrugged, and then he just said it in the car one day, like, just kill us, Mom.
Do it, you fucking won't.
Go
like a-
ahead.
It's like students testing the boundaries of a substitute teacher. Like, see what we can get away with. Will she
Oh,
kill
man.
us? All right. Pathfinder?
Sure. Let's play some Pathfinder. Sorry, guys, our
Sure.
talk show is going to end a little early today.
See you next week.
Yeah. Super young.
Oh,
How old was
gosh.
he?
How old was Charles when that
Yeah,
happened?
yeah.
Like 10, maybe?
If you
Oh,
were,
wow.
if you, what? How? Because he's 31.
Charles is 33.
What?
Yeah, he's turning 34.
Come
this
on,
year.
Lorna. Get it together.
33.
I think he must have been 31 when I. Oh, 33.
Age put in the
He's
chat.
33rd birthday.
Everybody is the age they forever the age they are when I meet them.
He
Wow.
would have been.
It's like a
Well,
superpower
first
you have.
impressions are pretty important, huh?
Yeah, Austin's like 22, 23 in my head always.
Gosh,
Oh, I'm 17 in my
it's been
head.
5 years.
It's the age you met yourself.
That's the age I met myself.
Yeah, when did you truly meet yourself?
I'm still meeting myself now.
That's true.
Germany.
Germany. That's true.
Yeah.
Before that, he was just
Oh.
a shell of a man.
I'm not going to use any more time at the beginning of this to talk about it, but remind me to
Not
tell you a quick story after this about Kagan texted me about a football game.
Oh, man, it's hilarious. Okay.
It's a good one.
So anyway, so we were playing Pathfinder last week about this time.
We're diving in.
Gosh. Does anybody remember what happened last week where we left off?
We fought a
Previously.
small man and his small dolls.
Small man and his smaller dolls. Yeah, you fought an unfeeling empath, a very distraught creature, and the soul-bound dolls that were keeping him company. You guys managed to defeat all of the enemies, and then you were kind of like talking about, it's like, is it possible to get some rest going, maybe? But like these mud wretches outside looked like they might have finished off these puddles of water, and they were kind of looking up and kind of lumbering in the direction of the building. That doesn't mean that you can't figure something out, but you probably can't stay too long.
So we see him start like we it's not like a surprise that they're lumbering toward. Like we could probably hear them or see them or something. So, and I go, if I see him lumbering towards us, I would maybe say, Sarah, are you still a bear? Anyway, I guess I'm gonna talk to you either way. I go, hi, Huang. No, I got to get to my accent back again. I think I lost it. Is that it? Top of the morning to you. All right, that it is. Huang, do you think you could cast that water spell thing you got again? I think the mud things are lumbering our way again. I think we've cleared up this area enough that maybe we can make some piles of water, some puddles, I think they're called, and rest up and get out of here. I don't remember if that's a cantrip, if you can cast that many. It's a genuine
I don't-
question.
Awkward
First level
Splash
spell.
just doesn't fill my cup.
What? What's it called
It
again?
Aqueous Blast.
Aqueous
It's a first level spell.
Okay, so you don't have
Yeah.
infinite
Wait a minute,
number
but
of
how
those.
many actions does Aqueous Blast take for her to use?
Well, so here's the thing.
Moving on.
No, there
Anyways,
is
I
a
started blasting.
sink. Does this sink have running water?
It does not.
Damn,
Ah, shucks.
that was a good shout, though.
Is there tepid water anywhere in this room?
It doesn't look like it. No.
It-
I'm keeping it pretty dry.
Is there a door right here?
Yeah.
Can
so
we
there's a.
open that? Maybe we just need to get through. Maybe they can't get through the door, and we can just move
But they
on
can barely get through
quickly.
the hole that they made. 'cause they're
Yeah,
big.
try to get get out of here faster than they get to us if we don't want to try to cast any more water anywhere. Like, I know we're weak. I don't want to start another encounter, but also, if we sit here, we might for sure start another encounter. Might for sure. That doesn't really work, but
Maybe.
First of all, I think we need to save Bao because Bao is directly in their path.
I assume
Now-
Bao can come
What?
inside with the power of the
Yeah.
Fujitsu.
Do some Fujitsu
There we
Jiu-Jitsu.
go.
Who
got
did
that.
Power
you?
of the ring could not be undone.
Put him by
Um,
this bear. Oh, nope. I
If
can't.
I remember correctly,
Stop
the
moving him.
artifact that Krohan had was pointing us through that door, though. So, like,
Mhm.
we're going to meet our destiny one way or another.
I don't
Sure.
think. I could be very wrong. I don't think the dagger's here. I feel like it is that direction, but I feel like we are going to continue moving because moving through somewhere. We have a whole other side of this tunnel to go down. I mean, I guess like theoretically we could have just picked the right way and it's down here to start with, but it feels like
I think you're probably right.
Well-
I doubt that we go through that door and there's just a dagger sitting there.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It could.
But
I will say that you remember when you guys got to that like fork in the road,
Right.
he said it's indicating both paths, right? It's pointing both
Right,
ways.
right. It was like indecisive.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's split in
So-
two. The piece has become pieces. What do you think we should do? I don't think Huang has the energy to cast that water again. We can try to just deal with him here and now, or we can try to continue on. I'm
anyone-
feeling okay myself, but I'm not sure about everybody else. Sure,
Let's
we're
just
getting
get
tired.
on.
Does-
Let's just surge forward.
does anyone have to urinate?
No, my body is actually
Can't say I do.
100% efficient. I never have to piss.
Oh my
Elbat?
urine.
El-
What's the suit in Dune called?
I'm wearing a steel suit.
Still suit.
There you go, still suit it.
On a well-fitting one, I only lose a thimble of water a day.
Oh my god.
You gotta tuck
Um,
your ankles or something, right?
Yeah. Wear my
Slip fashion.
boots, slip fashion, yeah.
Okay. Does somebody want to open the door? Does someone want to be the person that does it?
Is everyone okay with that, even if they don't say it in character? Are we good to move forward, or does anyone else have
Yeah.
varying opinions?
Aye.
I
I
still
I
had not figured out how Wong talks, so I feel like I just.
Well, right now, I feel like she goes, "Rah!"
that's fair. She's a bear.
Roar.
Oh yeah.
Growl.
And Gorik is opening the door.
Aye, and Gorik's opening the door. Prepare
means-
thyself. I have my sickle, or my spear and my thing in my hand.
The interior of the room is revealed.
That looks alive.
Secret
Or
is
at one point alive.
Secret
revealed.
tunnel.
What is this
Okay.
weird?
Secret tunnel.
Yeah, it's a very interesting room. So I'll give you a little background on this
Flavor
here.
text.
Is that a little
Uh,
piranha plant?
A little flavor text. Okay. So gotcha. Okay. Okay. You guys are in kind of like a little workshop room. So this workshop kind of has a fusion of like alchemical clockwork and occult inventions laying in various states of creation. It looks like whatever disaster kind of struck this area has knocked over many of these delicate instruments and ruined them, and for the rest of them, the age has started to get to them, so they've started to rust and they've started to cloud over, leaving this workshop very messy, broken shelving, glassware everywhere. There are these small copper spheres mounted, kind of like that's like imagine there's like a little metal armature like holding these spheres, and they are kind of faintly glowing with light, enough to provide you kind of some dim light throughout this whole room. And there's an exhaust hood hanging over an iron-capped workbench, and there are just tangled vines and large like flowers, like large open flowers, kind of like Venus flytrap style, from several places on the plant.
Can I use nature on the Venus? The
You should
Venus.
just throw a piece of your rations at it and see what happens.
Hi,
No,
can
I'm
we
gonna-
move in the room so that
Better
the
than-
the things no longer have eyes on us? I want to get out of eye shot of these creatures.
I'm gonna use nature on the Venus flytraps.
Okay,
Plus 8.
do a little recall knowledge.
Getting in the room.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a plant species that you recognize.
Okay, I move in and say, "There's something I don't recognize." There's a plant species I don't recognize in here.
I would like Orpheus to take a piece of his ration, if he's got any, like, I don't know, have like any cured
Jerky.
meat. Yeah, jerky or cured meat or anything, and kind of like toss it, but not like directly into the plant, but like slightly above it to see how reactive the plant is.
Toss some jerky to your fly
See what
trap.
like does the plant like catch it?
That's-
Or does the plant like
Does it do tricks?
That's fair. I mean, you at least want to make sure it's not gonna like snap out at you.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I like to picture it sitting pretty.
yeah, it's like Percy, and then it gets a lot of anxiety about us all moving into its space.
Where did
Okay.
Gork? I mean, where did Gork go? Oh, Wokrun moved on top of
I was here
Nice.
first.
You guys moved all the way in the into the room, okay? And then Orpheus is gonna toss this thing, a piece of rations here, just to see if it snatches it up. Let's see.
I have anxiety about this many pawns being in this small room.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But I just wanted
yeah,
to
I
get-
think-
interesting situation.
Exactly. Very interesting situation.
I think almost immediately, yeah, a vine is gonna like reach up and like snatch the meat out of the air, and then the whole mess is gonna start shifting and moving and kind of like raising tendrils to the point where it takes up a huge corner of the room.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
okay. There it is. Oop, there it is.
All right, and we'll just go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Oh,
My goal was just to get out of eye shot of these golems that I'm really trying to avoid a fight with.
Oh, I hear you.
I know you do.
Wow.
I feel the need to
Amazing.
justify the action of trying to convince everyone to pull into a tight space. Ooh, that's a wolf's head on the
Wow.
Geralt D20 for a natural 20.
Too bad that it doesn't do anything for your initiative.
Well, it's just good. That's true. Yeah.
I
it
mean,
doesn't-
yeah.
That's true. Let's see. For a total of.
Like, it'd be awesome if it was like, with the like, if you got a natural 20, it's like you get a surprise round and you're at the top of the order. You know,
Yeah.
something like that.
In chess, the pawns go first.
Uh-oh, we're all having to go first. Ah, man. What a good line from an okay
Is that-
movie. Magneto.
It's good back
Ah, that's right.
It was. It's still one of my favorites so far.
This is
I
a
do is
very
better.
interesting situation.
I just finished Origins Wolverine today, which is
That was a fun game.
it's I
It's-
don't hate the movie.
it's a
but It's the
movie.
worst movie out of the X-Men
It
games.
it's a movie.
I've got a lot of lines that I remember from it though.
I
And
never
Sarah,
watched-
I can hear the soundboard through your
think it's just-
microphone. I
Me?
think that- yeah.
Might just be.
How?
You might just. It's just loud. I think.
I'm not
Check
sure,
out
yeah,
the
I'm
big
sure.
brain on Brad.
I don't. I didn't hear it
remember
that time.
asking you a goddamn thing.
Are you done?
Yeah, I can hear it a little
Oh,
bit.
maybe it might be. I think maybe it's Josh. Oh well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't super matter.
The second one was Josh. I think the first one was me. To dual tattle on us.
Okay, I thought he did both, and I was about to be like, "That's too much, buddy." But if it's only one,
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
I'm gonna do a nice loud one
I
to
also
test.
want you to know that this man reached over and bit me on the face while having these T-Rex arms earlier today. So.
You have to appreciate a man who admires the role. You know.
He is very confident in his masculinity to be flaunting this on the internet.
Real men bite women. I've always read that.
Real men bite with.
Yeah, it's a show of force. primordial show of force, but
Well, you can't hit him anymore, so.
Wow.
you can. It's just be more
Should you?
secretive about it.
I watched the movie last night.
Did you guys ever have a knocking sound? I used to do that on my soundboard. A knocking sound, like playing other games. You like see people like checking behind them and shit. It's really good. I used to have that. We should do one of those just to fuck with people. Anyway, sorry, Brendan. We
You're
good?
fine.
Thanks. How are you?
I think so. I need to pull up Krohan's stat sheet.
Oh,
real
look
quick.
at this thing. When you actually look at it, if you shift click over this monster, everyone take a look. It's like a
Yeah.
root or like a stump rather. With
It looks like a spaghetti monster, if I'm being honest.
It's my religion.
It looks like a big old bowl of spaghetti.
a
I think
tree
it's
stump
gonna
spaghetti
start-
monster.
Singing the Italian anthem at us.
That is the Italian anthem.
That's what they say.
Legally speaking. Oh man.
Okay.
Are the golems in initiative 2 and are slowly lumbering towards us, so we will truly be trapped in the room?
Maybe. Sounds like a lot of work.
It does. That's why
I knew that I should have peed in that sink.
you should have. I knew you should have too. It came to my mind. At least left an upper decker in the toilet.
Yeah.
At least left enough. That's something. All right. Okay.
Thank you, Brendan.
What do you want? What are you doing?
I'm alright. I'm not doing anything.
Hey,
So the thing's gonna spring into action, but Orpheus looks like Orpheus is going first.
Yeah, I
So
rolled okay,
you rolled real good.
real good. I'm gonna do Scatter Street. So, because I play like a druid, even though I'm not.
At least you know.
Doesn't that make it difficult terrain in here too?
In that
Just in the
corner,
spots that
it
she
will.
is.
Okay.
So we're all out of the way enough. It shouldn't.
That's
like,
true.
impact.
Where there's not going to be a lot of movement in this fight. It's going to be a
Uh,
swing and bang, as I like to say.
I think basic reflex save.
That is going to be.
Things reflexes look pretty on point.
Never know. It's giant flames. That's gonna be an
More
18.
sarcastic,
That
Succeeds.
16. That I was like, not hits and misses. That's not the words I'm looking for.
That's just a regular success.
Yeah.
So half damage
So
Yeah, is it half damage?
for a regular reflex would be half damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's half
So
damage.
2d6. Plus 1. Six.
So 3.
all right, 6. Was that already halved?
Yeah.
2d6. You rolled double sixes.
I got
Boxcars?
a 6 and a 5, and my
plus
spellcasting
one.
modifier is +1. So.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Pretty
That's
good.
not bad.
Fuck
Get
yeah.
a little bit of damage. There's plenty of stuff in this room to kind of like spin around with some wind, so it kind of batters this creature. What type of damage is that? Is it bludgeoning?
Sorry, 1 second. Bludgeoning.
Okay,
See.
so it looks like it doesn't take all of that damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here we go. Time to exploit a vulnerability. You gotta learn that shit.
Okay. But that is what? That's 2 actions on Orpheus' turn. Do you want to do anything else?
I would like to. Let's see. Woke run. What would you like to do on your turn? Is there anything I can assist you?
I am going to try to. I'm gonna try to hit it eventually. I'm gonna do an exploit vulnerability and then try to hit it. So if you want to assist on trying to hit by pointing out a spot maybe where your rocks hit, where maybe it looks a little bit weaker now, like a perception check or something to try to help me out,
Yeah, I'll do. I would like to.
to aid me on an
lead
attack.
Woke.
Cool. Hell yeah, I'm into it.
Okay, I said that wrong. I did all that damage did go through. That was a normal hit. So 6 points of damage. That was Orpheus's turn. It is now this creature's turn.
Okay.
It also
Unfortunate.
rolled very high. So as these vines kind of spring up. Let's see. What do we want to do here?
I assume that based on our conversation we had a couple days ago that you've run through multiple combat situations, playing out how this scenario could go, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's so many people here.
Yeah, do you have anything that's just like a AoE?
That would be wild, right? It sprays acid over everyone in the room. No.
Yeah.
It's going to have to attack somebody, but there are at least 6 people within range, so I'm going to roll
Wow.
a little d6. Starting for Silver Forge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is Walkroon.
Yep.
You're
Lucky
the
number
lucky
5?
one.
Fuck yeah.
Lucky number 5.
Give it
All
to
right. So it swings at you and gets a 28 to hit with a vine.
It is a hit, but not a crit.
Hit but not a crit. All
I got
right.
an AC 19. So barely.
But my mind is older.
All right. 8 points of damage, and I have to look this up. I think it automatically grabs.
Ooh, man. Deja fucking vu. Strange Aeons. And are you caught up now, Dylan? Did you listen
yeah.
to the nice?
Yeah.
This isn't quite
I
an
usually-
eldritch horror, but
Well, yeah, no, but it's got tendrils.
yeah, it's similar.
And the movie reviewer I watch on YouTube
If
reviewed
used
it.
after a strike, the monster attempts to grapple the creature. Okay. So it's not a free attempt, I guess. It doesn't automatically grab.
Free attempt.
It rolled a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it does not succeed.
So I
in
grab
grabbing
it.
You. Yeah.
You know, there might actually be something that happens with the critical fumble on a grab. What's it called? I mean, we don't have to really get into it, but I am curious. Grapple?
Grapple. If you already had your target grabbed or restrained, it breaks free. Your target can either grab you. If you already had the target grabbed or restrained, it breaks free.
Okay, so nothing.
New
because it wasn't.
sentence. Your target can either grab you as if it succeeded a grapple action or force you to fall and land prone.
Guess how do you rule that?
2 separate sentences.
It is.
That doesn't feel like it's not one clause. So you can attempt to grab it, or you can force it to fall and land prone.
Well, I think it sounds thematically dumb for this plant to be prone. So I'm going to say that the tendril comes out and hits me and tries to grab onto me, but fuck, I have both my hands. I have stuff in my hands, though.
Just trip it. It would have to use an action. in order
Yeah,
to
I
get
know,
up.
but like, what does this thing look like when it's...
You
I
can-
understand that it's a dumb reason to not want
topple
to
it
trip it, but
over.
what does this thing look
Like
like
sideways.
tripped over? Okay, we'll say thematically it is prone, but technically it is prone, but thematically I like yanked on one of the tendrils and like it kind of locked towards me a little bit, so it is now prone.
Okay. All right. So it's now's the prone
It
condition.
tries to grab me and I
so
just yank it with all of my thaumaturge strength.
it hits you, and then you pull it forward unexpectedly. So the vine that's designed to grab you like trips over itself somehow, and then it
like
now has
Pepsi
to spend
being
an
prone.
action. It spends an action to stand up. And so it has to spend it's a second action to stand up, and then third action it's going to attack again.
The 5.
This time I got a 6, so it's going to be lucky number Angoric. So it's going to swing an Angoric. It's only going to be a 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Nice.
Barely.
Very good.
All right. So this creature is flailing around with these very long vines. You basically feel like it could hit anybody in the room aside from Huang and Krohan all the way back there. It is now Walkroon's turn.
All right. So first thing I'm going to do is exploit vulnerability, which requires an esoteric lore check against a standard DC for this creature's level, which I roll, and that is going to be a 22 against a standard DC for this creature's level. You're good.
22.
Yeah.
That's a success.
Okay, just a normal success? I assume it's
Normal
definitely
success.
not a critical. Okay. So I recall an important fact about the creature. I learn its highest weakness, or one of its highest weaknesses if it has one of the same value, but I don't learn its other weaknesses, resistances, or immunities. So its highest weakness or one of its highest weaknesses.
Okay.
And if it doesn't have any,
Yes,
that's
it does.
fine. I can do the other thing.
It does have a weakness. It has a weakness. Perhaps you would expect this. It is a plant after all. Has weakness to fire.
Fire. Okay.
Fire 5.
Fire 5. Wow. All right. Sick. So I learned that, and I would yell out, "Aye, it's a plant. Burn it, but not too hot of a fire, as we're all in here."
Burn it down, burn it
And
down.
with that, I apply a little bit of, I'll say the oil that I had on me onto the end of my stickleberry stickler, and light it so the end of my spear is burning, and it does a fire damage now. And I am going to also, I had my chalice out, so I'm going to pour a little bit of the liquid on it and kind of draw out some symbols on the end of the spear. Implements empowerment, which is free action, and
Okay.
I'm going to go to stab this thing, which is only my second action.
It's not a free action, right? It's a part of your attack.
Right, yeah, I don't have to make another. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess technically not free action, but it doesn't cost an action. Just have to do it with a strike. Okay, anyway. All right. Big money. Come on, Geralt die. Come on, Geralt.
Come on, Geralt.
Okay, that is going to be
Hey,
good.
Geralt.
I think plus 21 to hit.
21 on this giant monstrosity. That is a hit.
Let's fucking go. Okay. Thank you. All right, so that is going to be. I gotta look at my implements empowerment one more time. I deal 2 additional damage per weapon damage die, so that is just going to be plus 2 because it's only one damage die. We'll do the metal dice. Fuck yeah, a 5 on a d6, so that's plus 2 plus 2. So that is going to be 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. 9 points of fire, which, as we all know,
Yes,
also
yes.
adds 5 additional points. So that's going to be a quick 14 points of damage there.
Okay, and then... Oh, wait, and I was supposed to get an aid from Lorna, but we forgot about it. All good.
Okay,
Actually-
plus 1 wouldn't have changed.
That's true. But I will... If you still want to do that, I will just attack twice. Lorna, if you want to give me that aid.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead
Okay.
and...
Give it to me.
Give me
What skill are you using to aid?
We talked about you doing, potentially, a perception check to,
Yeah.
point out a spot
That
to hit. Your
Let it rip.
stone's weakened it, and I'm going to stab the fire spear into that spot now. I might yell out, "Hey, Orpheus! Where'd you hit it?"
Do I roll for this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, roll perception. Roll and add your perception bonus.
Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry.
Was
That's only an 11.
not a
Okay, so
critical
that's
fail.
going to be a
though.
fail.
But not a
Nope.
critical fail, right? All right, so we're good.
Correct.
Hey, I can't see over there, but thanks anyway. All right, I'm gonna roll to hit again. I don't know. I guess. Can I? It feels cheesy, but I can do implements empowerment every time, Brendan. When you strike is all it says.
I don't know. That is kind of your...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know we talked about
Man.
me knowing my own character, but I mean, it doesn't say anything about effects through when you strike. You can trace mystic patterns. Blah blah blah. Deal. fully see
2
your
additional
hands.
damage.
You don't gain the benefit if you're not holding. Yeah, I know. Single-handed weapon. I think I can. It's just plus 2 damage if I hit. So let's just see if I hit. We'll go from there. All right, I'm gonna go for a second stab. And oh man, natural 19 for a total of 23. So that's gonna be another hit.
23's a hit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So that is going to be 1d6 plus 4. And I rolled a 3, so that's a total of 7 fire damage.
Okay.
So another 12 points. I'll look up Implements Empowerment again more too in between.
I think it's just a constant bonus thing. I think it's just to keep you on par of somebody who's using a two-handed weapon.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so you said it's additional 7 points of fire damage.
Yep. So what? Another 12 with the weakness. Sick.
So yeah, you are just like hitting this thing, and it's just going up in flames, and you notice that like it seems to be like it's dipped into several of these like alchemical reagents and stuff, and so it's like absorbing those, and it's like those are catching on fire almost immediately, and this thing is wailing kind of like as it's twitching around. That's a lot of damage to do to it in that first round. It is now Huang's turn. I do believe that Huang is still a bear.
I don't believe Huang's still a bear.
I do believe that Huang's still a bear.
Well, I think the bear is gonna run up to it. Oh, jeez.
Do you want us to move
That's
you
fine.
up to
I'll move it. I'll move you. Okay. You gonna run up?
Yep, run up, and I'm gonna smack it.
Smack it.
I can
There's something about the way Sarah said smack it. It was good.
Are you gonna actually smack it, or are you gonna bite it?
Hey, I'm gonna bite it. Sorry. Yeah. Smack it with my teeth.
Either one works.
And that will be. Sorry, so much delay here. Where did you go?
I'm right here.
I went to go change into shorts. I was hot. Sorry.
Should I use the big die, the big metal die?
25?
Always.
25. That's with your plus 9 or whatever it is.
Yes, yes.
Okay. A 25 is a hit.
Nice.
Nice.
And then it's 2d8.
Plus 1, 2. I can't remember what the number is. Talk about it every week, so.
We do. I got 13.
You got 15 on 2d8. Roll 7 and 8.
13.
13.
Yes.
All right. Your attack modifier is plus 9. Your damage bonus is plus 1.
I was right.
These attacks are strength based.
I'm a strong ass bear.
Oh, you know what? That's just a damage bonus, right? So I think you should be adding any bonus that you have from strength. Oh, maybe that's counting it. Okay. Anyways, all right. So 14 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. 14 points of damage, and this is what kind of damage?
Piercing.
The bite. It's piercing. Okay. All right. So you're munching down on some branches, some vines,
A little crunchy.
chewing into this creature.
Munching
As we
on
all
some
know.
grindage.
Yeah.
Bears are omnivores.
True. Like a good
So
blueberry.
that's 2 actions, right? A run up and attack. What does it
Yeah.
want to do with your 3rd action?
Protect companion.
I think Bow's not in any danger, right?
I can't see where Bow's at.
Bow
Where is he?
is down here.
He's in the bottom corner. He's probably the safest.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a wall
okay.
right
In
here.
fact, nothing. No one can get. He can't get to anything because
Okay.
we have surrounded this creature.
Well then, how big would a 20-foot radius burst be on there?
Pretty big.
This creature
whole-
is only 10 feet
wall?
across. So
I mean,
20
this
foot
room
radius-
is about 20
Yeah,
foot.
exactly. 20-foot radius burst hits everybody in the room, basically.
I cast fire.
This would be 20 feet.
Oh, I guess elemental zone.
We hit the wall.
Elemental zone is 2 anyways, so I can't do that anyways.
Can you
Okay,
cast?
Yeah, you can't cast spells while you're a bear, anyways.
What if I want to?
You could just bite again.
I'm sure that's a feat.
It is.
She could
Yeah,
use her-
I'll just bite him
cast.
again.
You cast bite.
I cast Munch. I'm munching.
Ooh.
Brendan, when you have a chance, I sent a question for what I might be doing next turn.
Natural 1.
Oh,
Nice. That's a named bear, right?
It's a named bear. The bear doesn't have a name.
All right, Brenda. Let's see if she
Alright.
drops her weapon.
Let's see. Nope. She's unarmed.
Oh yeah, unarmed.
This is a unarmed attack. The attack is called Head Meet Wall. You are stunned 1 as you crash into the wall. In this case, probably the floor. But you try to bite at it and trip and smack your head.
Oof.
So you are stunned 1.
I picture a cartoon there, so like lots of like birds flying above them.
That's right.
You should be able
Stunned
to
1.
add that as a condition in the top right if you want, but also it just takes away an action, right?
It just means next turn you're only gonna have 2 actions.
Okay.
That's not bad.
But it'll just last 1 turn, right? It goes down on its own.
Mhm.
So,
Justin, I really don't know. I don't understand the question.
So, my fire ray spell,
Mhm.
how it has focus 2, and then it'll say like for the damage it's the ray deals 4d6 fire. The 4 it's heightened from 2. So like and I have 2 focus points. So can I just use one of those focus points for like half of this spell? So that I can fire off 2 fire rays? Because I used 1 in the last battle.
Casting any of your focus spells costs you 1 focus point.
Oh, okay. So it's more like that's like my pool. Okay. Cool. So I can still use 1 more fire ray.
And spells, fire rays are automatically heightened to. Where did I just saw it somewhere? Focus spells
By 2d.
are automatically heightened to half your level rounded up, just like cantrips. So
Oh, mine are
2.
2.
Yeah, so that's probably why it says 2 on there.
Okay,
But,
so it's not because I'm using 2 focus points. It's
Right.
because it's okay.
heightened.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing half, so that is good to know for coming up.
Yep, it is Elnat's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna use an action to give Silverforge 2. He is
Okay.
going to use 1 action to hit with his tail, or
Okay.
attempt to hit with his tail. 25 to hit.
That'll be hit.
1d8. 2 plus 3, 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then for his other action, I would like for Silverforge and myself to switch places. So what I was thinking was, if it would provoke an attack of opportunity from this thing, I would just be stepping in to take the attack for him.
Okay,
Is that
let's
cool?
see.
Because like my
I-
first action would be to move into this thing's space.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think you can change who takes the attack of opportunity, but if you want to move him
Okay,
out, you
that's-
certainly can.
That's fine.
Um,
I figured I would ask.
Yeah, it's cool.
Um,
I think there is a feat that lets you like swap squares.
Oh, gotcha.
that's cool.
That would make sense for something.
Like a combat feat.
Um,
but-
So yeah, I'm gonna move Silverforge here just for a second while I
Okay.
move myself up. So yeah, go ahead and take the swing. Figured I would ask because worst case you say is no.
It doesn't have an attack of opportunity, so you're
Oh,
fine.
okay, cool.
Now we know.
Now we know.
At least it doesn't take it.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, waiting.
And then yeah, I'm gonna bring down my great axe on this thing.
All right.
That's 22 to hit. I don't remember if that hit.
22 is a hit.
It is cool.
Mhm.
D12. 7 damage.
And that's slashing damage.
Yes.
All right, that slashing damage seems to be considerably more effective
Even
and
then
some of
fire?
this piercing and bludgeoning damage
Oh,
you've been
piercing,
doing.
bludgeoning. Okay.
So that's gonna be a good chunk of damage, and I think that's. Oh no, it's still standing. It's still up. So you do some more damage to it. But it is barely hanging on by a thread now. There's like pieces of this that have been torn apart and are kind of like it's got like tendrils that are almost completely cut off. That it's like waving around and it's on fire.
Uh-huh.
It's in bad shape.
Oh, yeah.
So is that Elnat's turn?
Yes, that is Elnat's turn.
Move. Okay. Movement attack. So it is Krohan's turn next, and Krohan is like. He's an NPC, and there's no room in the place, so he runs against the wall, and he's like, "Blast! I can't get to it." No, he's
I
actually.
just imagine him jumping up a little bit, like trying to look over everyone's head.
Oh, I don't have a clear shot.
He's like, I'm just gonna shoot
No.
anyway.
It's basically that's all really his only option here. I think he's gonna have to try his composite longbow. It's a perfect situation for it. 18, but with as much cover as between him and his opponent, that's not gonna be a hit. So he'll knock another arrow and he'll say, "I'm trying." Nope, that's even worse. Third arrow, even worse. Okay, he just shoots. He's firing as fast as he can, but there's no way he can get to it.
He hit a raptor, a bear, and a dwarf.
That's right. You all take 20 points of damage. No. Okay, yeah, he tries his best, but he cannot help. And he says, "Koru, don't just stand there. Do something."
Always. A moment in the mind is worth 9 in the fire.
That's what
And,
you always say.
Yeah, always. Yeah, catchphrase. But seeing Elnat do more damage with his slashing weapon, he casts telekinetic projectile on some sharp debris,
Alright.
and goes to pummel it with some blades.
Heck yeah.
All right.
That'll be a 23 to hit.
Where did it hit?
That's 10 points of slashing damage.
Wow. Woo. Okay. You tear this thing to shreds. The last tendrils fall, and the whole thing kind of collapses, still onto the ground. So this thing collapses. You can all kind of breathe a sigh of relief, and then you realize that the spheres that are sitting on the table have swiveled around, and they all have like a centralized red gemstone kind of set into the middle of the piece that almost looks like an eye.
Where
and
is
they
this?
all. I'm talking about on the
This one?
work tables.
Or this one? This one. Okay. Or all of them.
Yeah. So these things have kind of spun around. So you see like this glowing central red eye, and then they have little legs that pop out and little wings that pop out, and they all kind of like take to the air.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Okay, both workbenches. Got it.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
look at those.
Yeah, kind of
Like-
clockwork.
Like little Pokemon. Or Digimon.
That's right.
No, these are
Oh.
definitely Digimon.
Yeah. Much worse.
Okay, but it's still Karu's turn.
Oh, sick. Okay. Well, I only have an action left, but I can use it on I'll do an occultism roll. See if I can figure anything else about these things.
All right.
These
I like it.
new possible combatants.
It's a secret check, yeah?
What's your bonus?
Oh, right.
Roll the big die.
Occultism is
The
plus
boulder.
11. That's my big one.
That's 11. All right. Let's see here.
Boulder proofs.
All right. So I'm gonna say that you know that these are creatures called clockwork spies.
Clockwork. There you go.
They're animated not by occult rituals or demons or anything like that, but just raw magical power that they kind of run off of. Do you have a question? One thing you want to know about these things?
Hmm. I suppose what would be the best way to dispatch of one if I wanted to do so quickly?
Okay. How can I break these things down? You know that as a clockwork device, that they are vulnerable to electricity. They have weakness to electricity too.
Cool. Hell yeah.
It is Angoric's turn.
I am going to ready my warhammer should have already been ready, but I'm going to swing my warhammer at the one nearest to me, the
Red boy?
red one, red boy.
How big are these things?
Very small.
I'd imagine tiny.
Teeny tiny.
I wonder if they're so small it's like hard to hit them. Like, is that like an AC?
Smaller than the dolls.
I
About
rolled
the same
a
size as
natural
the
one.
dolls.
Natural one?
Ooh.
Mm.
Hey,
That's
it's the
contagious.
natural 20s, guys. I like to read the deck. Damn it.
All right. Natural one with a weapon in hand. Call that Butterfingers.
Oh.
The weapon slips from your grasp as you swing it.
Oh
You
no.
drop the weapon onto the ground.
Okay.
And it's just it's out of his hand. He's
Flying
swings
through
that
the
up.
air and destroys both of them.
That's right. They
Okay.
pick it up.
With that, I'm going to, with the cold iron on my hip, do
With the cold iron on his hip. A cold iron on his hip.
needle darts at it.
Mm.
Cold iron.
Nice.
Cold iron.
It is second attack this round, though, right? So it's gonna take
Yeah.
the map.
You'll never guess what I rolled this time.
A natural 20.
No, a 2.
Oh,
A
jeez.
2.
Yep.
Wow. That's
Um,
unfortunate.
That's how it goes.
And Goric says, I should stick to healing. And then is going to cast Guidance on Orpheus.
Fair. A little favoritism. Like to see it.
Well, I think Orpheus just has the next turn, doesn't
Yeah.
don't they?
Okay. So it is now these creatures' turn. They have animated on the desk and they rolled their initiative fairly poorly. They didn't get to join until much later on.
Oh, that wasn't like a
What?
time thing on purpose.
What are they gonna do? Gosh.
Oh my god.
Not much, it looks like. Okay.
I rolled
They
again.
are just going to attack, but I think we decided last time that they have to move into people's squares to attack.
They're tiny.
They got
Yeah.
0 reach.
Zero reach.
Teeny, teeny, tiny.
That's
and there's like, what, 8 people in this room now? Oh my god.
Well, people.
I feel like it's getting hot in here. Like it has to be warm, right? The plant's on fire.
I'm sure the air was already stale.
Alright,
That's
this
true.
one's gonna move up there. This one's gonna move up here. Oh gosh, I need him to be in the front. Alright,
there,
this
top
one's
there.
gonna move up here. Gosh. I just immediately want to go back behind you guys.
It's because we're more important.
And then this last one. Alright, straight at Orpheus. Okay, so I'll do that in the order that I moved them. The first one is going to fly over at Silverforge. One action. Try to slam into Silverforge with its little mechanical body. So that's the second action. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
New AC? Does that hit?
It's Silverforge.
I believe
Yeah,
it
that'll hit.
Okay.
Sorry,
19
I
to
didn't
hit.
realize I was muted.
All good. That is 2 points of damage. This little teeny tiny thing is just like they're like flying around like insects almost. You like that?
That was
I did
good.
it.
Oh yeah, that's a highlight.
Permanent soundbite. All right. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
My gosh.
Oh my god!
I'm disappointed
Okay.
that's not in all of our soundboards right now.
Yeah, Dylan, you gotta
Yeah.
adjust that one. That's gotta be
Yeah.
globally available
All right.
somehow.
So it's gonna attack a second time. It's gonna have. It's gonna get a 20 to hit here on Silver Forge. So that's gonna be another hit.
No, it's only 19 that hits. 20 doesn't.
He's actually got reverse AC.
This time it
There you go.
does much more damage. It's 5 points of damage with the second level zinger.
2 and then 5. Okay, so 7 total.
So that's that one's turn. Second one moved, I think, flew right at Elnat's face. So it moves up, attacks Elnat.
Caught in your beard. It looks like.
It's gonna get a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, it's gonna do minimum damage, 120 damage. It's gonna swing at you a second time and get a 17 to hit.
17 misses.
17's a miss. So it just barely grazes you on the first one, and it speeds up for the second one and misses. We'll do Angoric next. This thing moves up, attacks. It's gonna get a 22 on that first attack.
That's a hit.
Angoric, it's a hit. Okay, so that's 4 points of damage. That's bludgeoning damage, in case it matters at all. But second attack is gonna be a 4.
I want a weakness. Bludgeoning. No.
Yeah.
That's good.
So 4 is going to be a miss. Okay. So 4 points of bludgeoning damage on Angoric for the first attack. That's it. And then the fourth one attacks Orpheus. Gets a natural 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
Here we go. Hey, bada
Not a
bing,
named
bada
character
boom.
though, right?
Not a named character,
So
so
just
it's
double
going to
damage?
be double the damage. So that is going to be a whopping. Get ready for this. 6 points of damage.
Oh,
These things are
no.
gonna fucking kill us.
Gonna sting.
They have an AC of
man.
55. But they
And
only
the
do
second
fucking-
attack, second attack is going to be a 17 against Orpheus.
Against me?
Uh huh.
17's a miss.
Nice.
Very nice.
All
But I
right.
do
So
take 6 points of damage, right?
right from the first attack.
That's
Yeah. All right. So that's all their turns. These things have all scattered and are just bouncing around the room almost haphazardly, just crashing into things. And it is now going to be top of the round. I think Orpheus' turn.
Round 2. Hell of a round. Beat the big bad thing in half a round. Introduced 4 more combatants though.
And everyone, check under your soundboards. I've left you a surprise.
God.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's me, except it's not me.
It's like
No,
Santa.
I literally every time I hear it, I think it's Lorna when it really just baby Austin. It's so funny.
Did you stop filming? That haunted me.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Guys, oh my god.
All right.
Oh shit.
Orpheus, you're up. What does
I
Orpheus
know,
want to do?
I know, I'm thinking.
The
you're good.
Orfmeister.
I just hadn't said it for 10
I'm
seconds. So.
going to, can I just, like, try to punch the shit out of this little purple dude in front of me?
Very potentially.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Gotta get my lucky die, my good friend.
My business
Austin.
Cuddlefish.
What would be my bonus for this?
Good question.
What are you trying to do?
Punch him.
Ooh.
Are you trained in punching?
What would that look like, Josh?
At the top, above your weapons, is there a T next to unarmed attacks?
Yes!
You are trained. And it's probably going to be your same to hit as like your other melee weapons.
Do a plus
9. That's gonna be a 21.
Okay, on these little teeny tiny things. 21's going to be a hit.
Nice.
So how do I do damage?
It's an excellent question.
Yeah, nobody knows that.
I think that would probably
It's
just
like-
be
I
your
went down,
flat
sorry.
strength.
It's unarmed attack.
It's all right. Or all learning.
That's the I tried that. I did try that.
That's right. Add weapon.
Add weapon. Fist. Them guns.
Unarmed.
Oh, is it a weapon you can just add?
Fist.
Fist.
Or
1d4.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna add that too. Actually, I'm gonna buy it for 0.
Is it just 1d4? No bonus. 1d4 plus 2. So that's 3.
All right. You just like smack this thing and do 3 points of damage, little bludgeoning damage with your fists. All right. It's now a little bit bent. Maybe one of those legs is kind of like twitching out of control.
I'm gonna punch her again. Little
All
purple.
right.
Sure.
Bringing it around town.
That time it is a 16.
16's gonna be a miss.
Okay.
They're small.
They are small.
Do we do half damage or no?
Looks like Sarah on the punching bag.
Miss.
No damage if you miss.
No damage.
No damage.
Yeah, that's only on bombs.
I'll do it one more time.
I
Nice
think Nicholas
blow.
is trying to say, give him the steel chair.
That's a 21.
Ooh,
21.
20.
Yeah.
You've got the multiple attack penalty on that.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20, baby.
Well, call that out.
Okay. Well, that's
Nat
a
20.
That's a
That's
that's a
critical.
hit. Okay.
You got a critical with your fist. That means I get to read a card.
This is a very interesting situation.
I agree. Bludgeoning. Perfect. Normal damage. Unfortunate.
4 damage.
Normal
makes
damage, crit
critical.
effect until healed. The target is enfeebled 2 and fatigued. Collapsed
Okay.
lung.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about that.
That's okay. 4 points of damage, I think, is enough to destroy this thing outright. So you
Okay.
just
Button
Hi-ya!
push it
Just,
and
like,
it's robot
smash
lung.
this thing out of the air, and you see like that red crystal that it's like its eye thing just like shattered, and it just
I
drops
just
to the
want
ground.
I
and
want to
stops
punch
moving.
it and it go. And everything go in slow mo, and we're all just like.
Nicholas said, I throat punched that bitch.
That's right.
So
I said, you little fucker.
little fucker.
All right. Orpheus took it out. It is Walkroon's turn next.
I don't
Hi.
even think. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Ooh, I'm gonna bring it up after this. I guess I could try to use my spear and stab the one that's flying around Angoric.
He says,
Get
"Close
really
your
close
eyes."
to it.
Angoric, duck! Hey, I don't know why my accents can't stay fucking consistent.
Right.
Yeah, I'll draw some symbols
Maybe
on it
because
with
you're not-
the. What?
Maybe because you're not from Lancastershire.
Yeah. Derbyshire, actually. Derby.
When Mokrun says duck, and Goric goes, where? Puts it in Goric's head.
Alright. Same end result, just for a different reason. So yeah, implement some empowerment, draw some symbols. I'm not even gonna exploit vulnerability because I don't think it's worth it on these things because they have no health. And natural 9, but maybe a 17 to hit.
Gonna make me look it back up.
Uh-huh.
17 is a hit.
Let's go. Okay. So that is going to be, let's see, 1d6 plus 4 for 5. That's 9 points of damage. It'll be piercing damage for my first
let-
hit. That one's
Stab it through, and the thing is just speared on the end of your staff. It's now or your
okay.
spear.
heck yeah. And second action, I will do just an esoteric lore knowledge check on the one that's flying around Elnat. I'm not gonna like try to move up to it or anything. So just give me a +10 roll, Brendan. Esoteric lore. I'm trying to figure out. Well, I guess like maybe if we can. I guess this would even be a check that I would do afterwards, but I'm just gonna start doing now because I feel like the danger's over with, because they're so useless. Like where they came from. Like, did someone build these and leave these as a trap? Do they like occur naturally, or like how do I think that these like got here? Like, what's their origin story? An esoteric lore check of +10.
Their origin story. Okay, interesting.
They were actually potted. They grew out of pots on those desks.
Yeah.
and
I'm
popped out
just
as
trying to
they
figure out
grew.
where they come from. Like, do we have to worry about more showing up, or someone out to get us, or something like that?
No, I think you succeeded on that. I think you would know that these things look like they were probably created in this workshop. So they came from here. You don't see any more of them that are like in working condition enough to get up and move around.
Hi, I think they were just built here. Once we dispatch these last two, I think we should be good. And with my last action, I will yell out. Well, I guess I'll yell out to Huang, or it's gonna be an aid. I'm gonna aid Huang to bite or to attack the one that's attacking Elnat right now. Like,
Okay.
I will wait till that turn, but I'm probably roll perception to point it out because she's a bear and maybe can't see it very well or something.
All right.
I can't find any bear noises.
Bear noises.
That's an old one.
Duck!
All right.
Ear
It is now
noises.
Huang's turn.
All
There
right.
are two more of these creatures flying around, and they are on Elnat Square and Silverforge Square.
All right. Well, Matt Tools is finally cooperating now, so I can see the blue one, so I'm gonna attack that one.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a perception check to try to aid you, to tell you where it is. That's 21 perception.
You get a +1 bonus on this from Austin.
Nice.
Hi, Huang! There, next to Elnat, in his beard!
That would be a 23.
23
Nice.
to hit. Did you say you were biting?
Yes. I didn't say it, but that's what I meant to do.
All right, so you're biting it. 23 is a hit.
So 2d8 piercing. God damn
2d8
it.
plus 1.
That's better, I guess.
Yes, Huang.
So that'd be 9.
It's been damned. Okay. This one crunches into your jaws. It's destroyed.
Do you swallow it, Hong? Or do you spit it out?
I think Bear Huang is a swallower? Question mark.
Oh boy.
Episode title.
All right. That's great. Okay, so that is one of
my
these things down. It is still your turn.
So that's one move. Bear Huang doesn't have a whole lot of options sometimes, you know?
But in a very real sense, you have all kinds of options.
Someone make a new Twitch user called ducksaretheenemy.com.
I'm gonna bite the other one. The red one. The red
Okay,
creature.
so you wanna
Nice.
move over and then bite it?
Yeah.
Does she need to
Oh,
move?
never mind. You don't have to move. You can just bite it.
Yeah.
Second action, bite. Again, roll it up. You get a -5.
Roll it up.
Roll it up. What's going on with Josh?
19.
What's happening?
19 with the -5.
Yes.
All right, it's a hit.
So 2d8 piercing again. And I don't get the +1 bonus this time.
Still a +1 to your damage.
No +1 damage? Okay. So then 10.
All right, they're gone.
Nice.
All of these things have been destroyed, and you're out of combat. Krohan shuts the door behind you, and he says, "I don't think those things could follow us in here."
Elnat
Bear
kind of
Huang-
Elnat kind of slaps the Bear Huang on the back. Thank you for saving us both. Much appreciated.
And I just go,
Just looks at me solemnly.
Hey, is anyone hurt? Can we continue on? I think it's best we find a place that we can rest. This doesn't seem like a very safe or open area. Don't really want to sleep in the room with the dead plant and broken machines.
I'm guessing if we just wait a few minutes, these things will just pass on, and
We can take at least a few minutes to
probably sneak away from
regain
them.
our stamina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is
Take
there any
10.
door out of here?
Yeah. So the room that you guys are in came in this door, and there's a door there.
Oh wow.
Exit.
I think we should search this room real fast.
Good shout.
I would like to
Here's
do a
the
check on this desk.
A manufacturing place.
I'm gonna take 10. Let's just take 10 minutes to explore this place. People who need to rest can rest, and those of us that want to search around can search around. I think you can actually do both. I think we've talked about that. But...
I am going to do some repairing on Silverforge. Okay, so success would be 5 hit points. 13 plus. I got an 18.
Okay. I don't remember what it said the success
Uh,
was for that.
Success, you restore 5 hit points to them, plus an additional 5 per proficiency rank you have in crafting, for a total of 10 if you're trained, 15 if you're an expert, so on and so forth.
Oh, it doesn't give you a DC for it. What did you say you got?
13 plus 5, 18 total.
18 is a success, so you restore 10 hit points to the item, plus 10
Plus-
points. profici-
So
you're
15 if
trained,
I'm
right?
trained, which I am, yes. So
Okay,
he
so
gets
that's-
15 more.
I think it's 20, right? 10 plus 10 if you're 10 per rank.
Actions.
I think that's 20 points.
It says for a total of 10 hit points if you are trained, 15 if you're an expert. I only have a T
Oh, I'm sorry.
in it.
I'm looking at critical success. Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
15.
So he just gets. Yeah.
Cool.
Who is the most hurt amongst us?
I'm down 10, but I can also drink from my chalice to get back 9. But then I would want to wait another 10 minutes for it to fill up. But if no one else is hurt, then I'd take it.
I mean, if we do another 10 minutes, I would do another repair on.
We want to
on
wait 20?
Silverforge.
Are we comfortable with 20 in here?
That'd be cool.
No, I can administer first aid or treat wounds twice then, because it's 10 minutes spent healing.
And
So
I'm only down 1 HP, so I'm cool.
I'll heal Orpheus first, or attempt to heal Orpheus first. My medicine.
I think Huang turns back into a person if it's more than
Mm-hmm.
a minute,
Oh
right?
my god. Are you kidding?
You heard him?
Rolled another 2.
Yes.
So the first one was a failure. So I can't treat wounds on Orpheus again.
Hmm.
And then I'll treat wounds on myself because you're using your chalice, right, Mokron?
Good. I'm only down 1 point now at the end of 20 minutes. I could let you drink from the chalice, Orpheus.
He rolled a 1 for himself. He rolled a 2 for
Oof.
me and a 1 for himself.
My last 4 rolls are 1, 2, 2, 1.
It happens.
One makes it a critical failure, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that hurt. You hurt people on a critical failure, I think.
It takes
can.
1d8 damage. Yep.
And Gorik, why are you hurting everyone?
Oh my god.
You rolled a 5 for that, though. Don't worry.
Is that for hurting
Gosh.
Lorna first?
No, I
No, just for hurting himself.
For hurting me.
I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
hurt her. Yeah, I
Okay.
just hurt myself.
Him.
Them.
On my second crafting check, I got a 20 after bonus.
Okay, so that's another success.
Cool. So
Yeah, I guess it just like, does anybody else want to try to heal around? I mean, again, I can heal guaranteed 9 hit points
I would
every
take that.
every 10
Actually,
minutes.
I think
So if we want to
I
say
would
that
say
we
drop
chill and
down
just
8,
I'm down 9.
9.
if we just hang out in here for a little bit, as long as we're okay with that, I have to let this chalice refill a couple of times, and we can all feel a little bit better. Krohan, and Karu, maybe Huang, just keep an eye on that door, why don't you? I know that we think that we're safe from the golems, but I really don't want to have to deal with them in this room. And I just kind of set the chalice down in the middle of the room again, and every 10 minutes you can drink from it. So 10 minutes. It's 20 minutes, Lorna, you can drink. That's 9 up for you. Another 10 minutes. That'll be 30 minutes. Josh, that's up 9 for you. Anybody else down?
Yeah, our Krohan is down quite a bit.
Is
I was
he?
gonna just healing on him if we're gonna
Okay.
do
Yeah.
more than 2 10-minute.
Well, if we're doing
Okay.
longer, I can attempt to heal him too.
I don't
Do
think
we
that
want
you.
that?
I don't think that you need to be touching anything right now, and go to.
I think you guys did one area of effects heal on Krohan already, so I think he's only down 7 right now.
Okay.
That's what I have at least.
So.
But I think Huang might be down. Do you have hit point damage, Sarah?
Yeah. 22 out of 38.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So I can heal. I can.
You have like an actual
administer
spell
first
heal.
aid.
Yeah.
No, I it's all.
Oh, you can just do the first aid thing as well.
physical
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Brendan.
Yep.
Would you say working on Silverforge could count as, like, using the refocus activity to pray towards my deity to regain a focus point?
I think they have to be 2 separate actions.
Okay. I didn't know if it would be like, since I'm working with it and he's, was sent from, so I didn't. Figured I would ask.
It has been like,
Yeah.
how long does it take for you to do that? 10 minutes?
Each one was a 10-minute action,
I
yeah.
was gonna say, we've been here for 30 minutes already so far, so I mean, probably.
Well then, if we're there 30, I only did 2 of them, so I guess I could take the
we
last
did one
10
more
minutes to
get another fill for Josh.
kill her.
Yeah. Yep. I
Is the
have a set
DC
of healers
medicine
toolkits, by the way. If somebody
15?
wants to try to heal and doesn't have that, I can give that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've got a spool and needle on my pack that I usually use for myself, but I also have one that's applicable for
Like
human flesh.
mechanically, do you have healers toolkits?
Yes,
Okay,
of
cool.
course.
I'm just making sure. I hear you on the flavor. Oh, man.
But DC 15, yes, Brendan, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
treating one. Okay. Damn it, just damn it, 14.
All right, everybody sit down. Sit in a circle. We're going to talk about each other. And if you don't give me a little bit about who you are as a person, you don't get to drink from the chalice. I have become the party healer, and I sit down and I kind of get some of the shit out of the way. Maybe take a piece of the wood and bar it into that door and set the chalice down in the middle. And you just like slowly see it rising at a rate of 1 chalice per 10 minutes. And when it hits the top, I point at Huang and I go, Huang, tell me a little bit about yourself. Why do you prefer turning into a bear? It seems like that seems to be a popular form for you. You have any backstory with bears?
It's actually a war story. It's too long though.
Do you have like a TLDR or a too long didn't read or like a general summary? Did
I'll
you
send
just
the
fight?
clip notes.
Did you just fight in a war and there was a bear present?
No, bears actually killed some of my family, so now it's just
Ah,
local.
I see. All right, yeah, we can talk about that one later then. I get it. No worries.
You must be what you most fear.
Exactly. Wise words and Gorek. Always the one with the wise words. Who else is Krohan down? Right? He's down a little bit, yeah.
He's down 7 points. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Krohan. You want to take a swig of this? Actually, Sarah, you can give yourself back 9.
Okay.
As long as you're willing to take a drink out of my chalice.
Just start chugging from it.
She gets down on one knee. We're like, chug, chug, chug. We've got a song going around. It's Thunderstruck. No.
We love to drink with Wong, because Wong is so great.
Exactly. I go, Krohan, I know we talked to you a little bit about this dagger here. Do you recognize any of this? Have you been down this way before? Have you ever gotten down this far in search for this dagger here? I hope we're
No.
getting close.
When I came this way, the tunnel that we took down didn't exist. When I dropped the dagger, it fell down a chasm that I couldn't pass through. It was too narrow.
I see. Do you think that we're about as deep as you were before, or do you think we're gonna get closer to the core of the planet?
And I think he's like, uses the core of the planet. Planet is flat.
Right. Well, there's still a core. It's just a flat core. Like a level of
the bottom.
obsidian. Yeah, the
You mean the
bottom.
bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But,
Sure.
I call it bedrock.
All
Can't
right.
go deeper than
Yeah.
that. But, anyways,
Server has disconnected.
that's right.
I'm kicked out of Map Tools.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I did get kicked from Map Tools. It's all right. I'm logging back in. This player name is already connected. It's all right. We'll figure it out in a moment.
Yeah.
Tell me about the core or the bedrock.
Anyways, no. He's like, but in all seriousness, he's like, he like takes out this shard that he'd been using to guide his path, and now it's very strongly pointing straight west of where you guys are.
Straight west of us?
Mm-hmm. Like the room that you guys are in, it's pointing this direction.
Okay.
I think we should go through the other door.
All right. I agree with you, Angoric, but give me just one moment here. Krohan, take a sip. He can.
And
take
he's like,
9 hit points.
What flavor is it?
Aye. What flavor do you want it to be?
That was not my question.
I understand, but it does vary from person to person. It's magic.
It smells like water.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
But if you believe
just-
hard enough, it has flavor to it. It gets you drunk
okay.
too. But you
Is
can
it like
only
a LaCroix? It's kind of
similar.
like it's in the same room as a flavor, but not the.
Exactly. It's like if you wanted flavor, but you couldn't have it. Like it's like if you imagined what flavor would be like.
Yeah. Well, I don't have an imagination, so.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper to me.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper.
What is
Oh god. He's trying to become my Krohan's trying to become Josh Brolin. All that for a drop of blood.
All that for a drop
okay.
of Dr. Pepper.
A drop of Dr. Pepper. No, so he,
Your server list, does it still show me in the server?
yeah, it has not said that you're disconnected.
Okay.
Oh, now it does. Yeah.
Okay,
now it
well, I'm
does.
going to try again. All right, what were you saying? What does he do?
He's back up at full then if you let him drink for a minute.
Yeah.
And he says, "All right, we should push forward now while I have the strength."
Aye, all right, let's do it. I was like, is everyone else feeling okay? And I look to Bao. Huang, your armadillo, spiky armadillo. I don't remember what it's called. Bao is his name. Is he okay? Feeling
Huang
good?
just looks over at Bao, and Bao's licking wounds, and it's like she just shrugs, like as good as he ever has been, I guess.
All right, good enough for me, I suppose. And I look to Elnat. He's like been working on Silverforge. I'm just like, I imagine your metal being probably can't drink this, but it looks like you've got it under control.
Yeah, he definitely cannot drink it, but I've got it.
All right. Well, if everyone is feeling good in the neighborhood, as they say, I think we can probably trek forward.
Good as we're going to be.
Did we? I know we said we were going to search the room, but do we want to roll checks to see if there's any?
Yeah, you guys didn't actually.
Yeah.
So I'll give you some more information. So
if there's
there was
anything to pick up?
there were a lot of you that weren't sitting there getting healed the whole time. So everybody's kind of walking around the room and seeing kind of what's
Oh,
in
no,
there.
We were in a circle, hearing each other's stories.
Oh, that after the first
Yeah,
30
yeah.
minutes or so. You were. Okay. So you kind of look around, and it looks like this plant has kind of grown into a lot of these like barrels of supplies and stuff, and all of the nutrients and any of the alchemical reagents and stuff that were inside have all been sucked up. It's absorbed all of those nutrients into itself. So there's not a lot left in any of those containers or anything like that. There is a metal locker that appears to be locked. It's like a little foot locker that appears to be like it's sealed.
Orpheus.
Oh, give me what? Sorry, found something.
One of the shelves where these clockwork spies had perched.
Little stink bug.
There is a pouch that contains 12 of the red gemstones that make up these creatures' eyes.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
You said 12?
12.
Are they just called red gemstones, or do you think there's a name that we can like actually add that to somebody's inventory, or do you know?
You could try to identify it if you want.
Oh, okay. So it's a case of that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna assume that I was keeping an eye on the chalice, and I'm not the one who found it, so I'll let somebody else do that.
I attempt a check to see what type of stones these are.
Sure. What kind of what skill you want to use?
Religion.
You did say, "What do you want to use?" That makes sense.
No,
Those are religious rubies, I believe.
What's your bonus?
Plus 8.
I think Angoric knows that these are the red shiny gems. They are
Wow.
probably worth a great deal of money to the right orc.
How many were there?
There's 12. A dozen, if you will. A 1t2.
1100.
Can I take the lock on this chest?
Absolutely. Go on a
Please.
thievery check.
Yes.
That motion is hilarious to me, Lorna.
Sorry.
No.
It's just
I'll put it lower.
It's still just as bad, actually. Arguably worse. That's better. Yeah. Blow on it and then do it a little bit.
Yeah. Spin on it, actually.
Whoa, Brendan! Write that down. Episode name. Spit on
Yeah.
it, actually.
What did you say?
Sorry.
Lorna?
16.
16. Okay. 16. You feel like you got close. You're like fiddling with it, but it doesn't come open.
Can I try again?
I don't see why not.
Do I get less of a bonus or something?
I don't think
Pick a
so.
lock. Trained only. 2 actions. There's only a problem with failure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she did fail.
Critical failure. Excuse me.
Okay. All right.
You break your
So, yeah, you're good.
toolkit
You
and
can
leave
try
behind obvious damage.
Oh, dang. Don't do that.
Oh, wow. That's even worse.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
14.
14. All right. 14 is also a failure.
Can I try one more time?
You can try as many times as you want. It sounds like.
But if
as
you
long as
critically
don't
fail...
critically fail.
Wait, I guess you need... Do you have a thieves toolkit?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you critically fail, you lose that thieves toolkit.
Okay.
Like it breaks.
What's the point of having it if I can't do anything?
Oh, I'm just
anyways?
letting you know. I think you should do it. It's cool.
Okay.
Or is Orpheus just like cussing to himself as he keeps sucking it up?
What's that, Josh?
22.
22.
It's much better.
And a stink bug that's trying to run away.
Yeah. 22 is a success. So the locker pops open. There are a couple of small vials inside. One kind of looks like a very silvery, like mercurial, like material, and yeah, it's like very almost translucent, very. And the other one looks like it's almost empty. Like you look at it and then you see it's just a very, very clear liquid in there. But there's 2 little vials. There is a Oh no, I'm sorry. That's what's in there. So those two vials, those are just like two little vials, like elixirs or oils of some kind are in there. And then somebody else that's looking around finds a formula book that is partially burned on the floor. It's like burned and scratched and aged and stuff on the floor.
Is there like
but there's a couple of formulas inside.
Is there a specific action to identify something? Or like could I try to identify these? I'm looking and just asking if you know, like could I identify with my esoteric lore? I don't see I see identify magic for different things, or like nature. Yeah, there's like identify magic with a couple different ones, but I don't see identify with like a lore skill. The only things it says you can do with lore is recall knowledge or practice a trade. So I guess my question is, could I attempt to identify what these liquids are, like at a quick glance, and then someone else can try too with an esoteric lore check? All right, you want to roll that at a plus 10? Oh, actually, it'll only be a plus 8 because it's not a creature.
So I think being well versed in the in various elixirs and reagents and stuff that he probably takes with him down when he's cave diving, I think Walkroon would know that this is a I just left the page that it's on. One of these, the clear one, is an oil of weightlessness.
Sure.
And the misty looking one is a lesser mist form elixir.
Wow. Hear you on mist form.
So
all right, that's a lot of stuff.
Weightlessness,
write that
oil
down.
weightlessness is you can spread this oil onto an item of one bulk or less to make it feel weightless. It has no bulk for 1 hour.
Okay, cool. That's what you put on your dragon bones in Skyrim before, so you can fast travel somewhere.
Sure, and then and your lesser mist form elixir, I'm pretty sure is going to let you use mist form. So a faint mist will emanate from your skin, making you concealed for the entire duration. So you basically like rub it under your skin, and then you like smoke. You like form a mist around you that allows you to be concealed for the listed duration. So the lesser form is 3 rounds worth.
Okay, sick.
A couple of fancy
It looks like
elixirs.
it's a lesser mist form and maybe some oil of weightlessness. Not something I particularly need, but I will write it down here on a scroll, and we will carry it with us, and someone will pick it up after the session, maybe. Do we want to can you note down what we got? I think it was just the 12 red rubies, and then the book, right?
Yeah, so there's the books. There's also got a couple of formulas in it. I will carry over your check to those. One of them is the formula for lesser mist form elixir.
Oh, cool.
So that enables you to be able to craft that on your own. And the other is a formula for something called a moderate juggernaut mutagen.
Oh man, I should have had you get that
That
sound bite,
sounds
Dylan.
fun.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
See, I told you.
I know. I just, I didn't want to overdo it with the X-Men quotes, but
So the
In chess, the pawns go first.
exactly.
that's right. So the juggernaut mutagen gives you temporary hit points, a bonus to fortitude saves, and a penalty to will saves, perception checks, and initiative rolls.
Sick. Without us diving into the mechanics of it too deep, is that like crafting those? Is that like a skill that any of us have? Like, is that just like a crafting skill? I feel like crafting mechanical things versus like doing like alchemy, for instance, is what it sounds like would probably be different things. But I guess I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. And if we don't know, that's fine. I imagine we're not going to need to worry about crafting it right now, but something to look into potentially.
Yeah.
So the formula is specialized instructions that reduce the amount of time it takes for you to do the crafting activity. So it's helpful for items that you're going to make repeatedly, kind of like potions and stuff you want to stock up on. As long as you know the language that it's written in, you can read the formula, even if you lack the specific skill to craft the item. So I don't know if
I think components
there's
is
a
probably just
different
like a.
skill.
It's just a cost. Like it just says.
Right.
It's
Mhm,
just a
yeah.
certain amount of money. Okay.
My inner barbarian wants that potion.
It's cool.
Okay.
It's kind of like a rage
It's a
potion
cool
is what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool potion. Okay.
Cool.
So that's some stuff.
Yep.
For you guys to
I-
sift through. We'll talk about it.
Like flavor wise, Walkaroon is also just like picking up random little shit. He does this all the time. Like with the broken ruby, he's like just taking a little bit of that and maybe some of the spilled elixirs over there. He's like putting some of those like into this bag that he just carries with him, like it's bag of esoterica. So when I figure out what weaknesses are, I have the correct things to like apply to my weapon to like make it catch on fire, or make it do bludgeoning damage, or like whatever it is. Like Walkaroon's always like picking up little bits of random shit to like put in his bag, kind of like a hoarder. Just like some flavor there of what's going on while everyone's looking through stuff. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, like so we're healed. We don't really have like, are people spellcasters needing, like, is the idea that we're gonna look for a place that we feel safer to like sleep in, or do we want to try to like clear up this room and try to sleep in here? Or I am good to go, but I'm also not a spellcaster. I don't know how our spellcasters are looking as far as like available
fair.
things.
I am out of spells.
Okay.
I just have focus points now. I don't start with a lot of spells, to be fair. I use cantrips mainly.
Okay.
So I could go either way.
All right. And Goric?
I've only used two spells.
Okay. Huang, are you okay to keep going, or would you prefer we try to get... I still think like it's probably smart to sleep, because we haven't slept since we got down here, right? Like we've
Yeah.
we've kind of gone through the mushroom, or I guess we did one night, right before.
Yeah,
Silver
we
Forge?
sleep. Yeah, we were in like the big,
I
the
thought
first area.
Morna killed us, or killed me and her.
Yeah, I don't think we've slept since we met Silver Forge. We've kind of like...
Yeah, we did, cause so in the first like I don't know giant mushroom that we were in,
Mhm.
there was the downstairs and the upstairs.
Oh yeah,
I thought we
slept
stayed the night in the upstairs.
Oh, that's right. That was Silver Forge was before that. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm fine either way, so I won't.
But I mean, yeah, we probably still could use a rest if we needed to.
Move forward at least one more room and then decide after that.
Yeah, at least see if we can get a little bit more space for, you know,
Cool.
Good nap.
less of a bad position to stay the night in.
Cool. I'm here for it. Hi, and Gorek. I think we're ready. If you want to open the next door. You were really good at opening that door last time. I appreciate it the way that you did it. I figured you might as well just do it again.
This is the first time in Goric and Wilkrun's relationship that Wilkrun said something positive towards Goric, and then Goric is going to look over at him kind of suspiciously and say, "Thank you," and open the door.
I think Walkaroon is feeling sorry for him because he tried to be a healer and hurt himself. So he kind of feels good to be useful, because he's had some rougher combats recently. So Walkaroon's like, oh, maybe if I can't hurt people, I can at least help people.
Wow, that is
So,
wow.
yeah,
Oh,
if you
shit.
can't hurt people. If you can't hurt people, help them. Okay. So you're gonna open up this door, and it's like a sort of a tunnel, kind of leading through the
Secret
solid
tunnel.
stone here.
Oh my god, it's going to go around to the house that we couldn't get into the front of. Maybe.
Pretty wild. There's only so much map here.
I can't tell. It's all black for me. This map could be, ginormous for all I know. I mean, I guess north is a giant blank space.
You can
but-
kind of see that.
Why
yeah,
do I
there's an
see
end
that?
to it.
I don't know why I see that all of a sudden. Like I
Good,
see
expand downward.
all of this.
All right. So you
Uh-oh.
kind of
All that is
Oh, no.
phasing through matter right now.
Yeah, so I think that we... Oh,
So is Orpheus.
I don't want to go around the long way. Okay. So you guys kind of walk around the corner there and see the remains of like a
fucking doll.
reinforced annex here. There's like a let me just look at it on So there's this last room, this last area, looks like it has been kind of like caved in, like to the point where there's like all this rubble and stuff on the ground, but you can like see through to the outside, to the like the cave outside. But it looks like some kind of workshop area that's been mostly crushed, but like sort of standing in the center of the room is like this, and it's not small by any means. It's probably 7 feet tall, like this wooden mannequin, and it kind of like the side facing you, you see that there is a gemstone, like just shoved right into the middle of this mannequin. And it looks like maybe like a distorted like face, like looking around, and you hear like this eerie, ethereal voice go, "Oh, someone's come."
It's terrible. It's the other doll's daddy. It's the
Thank
daddy
goodness
doll.
you're here.
I guess I can't see anything. It's
And Gorg responds, "We've come to rescue you."
Hi, is there something up there? I can't see.
At long
Gorik.
last, heroes from the world above.
That's exactly what we are, heroes
Garu.
from the world still underground, but slightly further above.
Move forward. And Wakroon is just trying his best to have people slowly move into the room because he does not want a fight to break out. And the first 3 rounds be people moving into this room trying to get into here.
That's fair.
Because I hate it.
I think this thing is going to is like kind of like scratching its head, like going through the motion. I don't know what happened. Why does everything seem so distorted?
I don't know if you should move. Huang.
I think
Huang's-
Run is moving Huang.
I was going to, but I can't get through doors for some reason when I try to help. I don't know why. It just doesn't let me, but that's okay.
We're just assuming that you want to be in there. It's more that your Fujitsu won't let you move. So.
That's
What
generally...
Yeah,
happened?
it's really a toss up at this point in time.
Madame.
Madame.
What the fuck is that?
Are you assuming it's gender?
I think it's the dead female gnome from inside the previous.
Ooh. That maybe took over this
Big
thing.
assumption.
She's probably just happy to be tall now, honestly.
It is great.
Confirmed.
Wait. I assume when Austin's not using his accent, he's talking to
Oh
Austin.
yeah, that
not
was
as
out of
local.
context. That's why, but I thought it was funny, so I responded.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi. Hello. We are just passing through. I hope everything is okay. I love what you've done with the place. The rocks and shit all over the ground look great. And I look
there
back
anything we
at
can do
Huang
to
like,
help
2 thumbs up.
That was very rude. I've been trapped here for many years.
Aye. Well, there's a tunnel here that you could just go out. Is there something that we can help you with? We'd be happy to help you get out of here.
There was debris blocking the door.
Oh. Well, there's not anymore.
Well, that's good news.
I agree.
I think we're on the same page.
Me too. My name's Wakroon. Nice to meet you. What are you known by? And I imagine Wakroon is actually where he's at. Like he's kind of like yelling past Karu, like through the tunnel, like keeping his distance. Like what the fuck
Not
is
hard
this?
to do. I'm just.
That's
like,
true.
in
You are
front of
short.
you.
I would like to do an Arcana check to see what the hell this thing is.
Sure.
Well, we've got it distracted. It's smart.
I've got a
What's your bonus?
+5.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Let's go. All right. So
Info dump.
maybe Elnat's heard of something like this before. It sounds bad. The creatures that called a soulbound mauler.
Soulbound is some
It's-
Soulbound Mauler.
So
Minecraft.
it's like a It's a human or not human, a humanoid soul is trapped inside of the gem that is animating this doll. Is there anything specific that you want to know about it?
I mean, I would like to know if it's dangerous, but technically anything is dangerous.
Does it naturally inclined to be?
Is it? I was gonna say, yeah, that works.
Do we have any? Yeah, like, is there any way to reason with it?
I mean, it's still got intelligence, so yeah, you can talk to it.
Okay.
Was it mine? Sorry.
So it's not necessarily dangerous. It's just dangerous in the sense that pretty much anything can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Interesting.
What was the
I
last
imagine
thing
you just
said?
yell that back to everyone.
It's not dangerous.
It has intelligence, but it's as dangerous as anything with intelligence. It's very insulting. It might be.
I
pissed
don't
off now.
suppose any of you would know the secret to freeing me from this gem.
Aye, if you
And
let
then
us.
I think Krohan is going to have his little thing out, and it is going to point directly at this object.
Oh.
Do you know how you came to be? He's like looking at the thing, like the compass, like pointing at it, like looking at the gem, looking at him.
Hey, Crohan, pass that up.
It sort of scratches its head again, you know, like making that motion. You hear wood grating against wood. And then it's
Would my would my
don't
Arcana
remember.
check have any insight to getting rid of this curse? If it's too late, that's fine.
No. As far as you know, there's not a way to free someone who's been bound inside of a doll like this.
I didn't know if it was something where it's like, oh, remove this gem and it'll be free or whatever. So
Is that a gem on your chest, or is it by chance like part of maybe like a broken dagger? Can you look at it? I don't want to get too close to you just because I don't understand.
She kind of like looks down a little bit. She goes, maybe you can see it better. Step forward.
I will, but I don't know if we've reached that level of trust yet.
Yeah. And
Why
Gork
wouldn't
is
you
going to
trust
say-
me? I'm asking for your help.
I hear you on that.
I think Elnet is going to step forward and I'll take a look at it.
My religious friend here is willing to take all sorts of dumb risks. He'll do it for you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You're
not
it's-
entirely wrong. Yeah,
I'm gonna keep my
I'll
distance.
go ahead and take a look at it. Maybe see the best way to remove it. If it's just like a grab it and pull, or if
Yeah,
I would need to do something more. Just
There we
yank
go.
that shit out.
Okay. So you step up and take a look, and you recognize almost immediately the gem that's been shoved into the chest cavity here is the pommel gem off of a dwarven clan dagger.
Oh, fuck. You are the clan dagger guy, too.
I am.
That's actually very fitting.
So you see that, and you would also know, based on your check and things like that, that it's not so simple as pulling it out is not going to like free this creature or anything like that.
Okay.
You could like actually like grab it and like do checks to just yank it out though. Like how cool would that be? Just like that's how you
That'd be
kill it.
I'm gonna tell this thing that if I take this gem out, it might help. Like I know that you said that I know that it's not going to do that, but you know, I'm not technically lying in that it might help. It might not.
No.
Ow!
That's,
Fuck!
That's not the way.
Shit.
I think I have a better plan.
Okay. What's your
One
plan?
of you,
Okay.
one of you can choose to take my place inside the gym.
Oh!
See, I got a problem with that.
Tempting offer, but
Do you have another offer? We'd be happy
There
to
are
listen
so many
to.
of you.
Yeah, remember that and choose your next
Surely
words.
one of you has grown tired of living in the body that you're currently inhabiting.
And I tap
really.
Kaoru on his like little shoulder. I'm like, you wouldn't. That's not. You're not interested in that, are you?
I'm
I
not-
would be
Flashing
kind
images
of.
of
I would be kind of like getting my axe out, like, okay, this looks like it might be going sideways.
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
not,
whoa, whoa!
no, not like being overt, but like, you know, before I had just one hand on it, now I might have both hands on it. Just,
Let me see if I can
you
just
know.
cut that out for you.
And Gorik is going to try to de-escalate the situation by asking, "What is your name?
Prayer.
We gave
Oh.
you ours. We
I
need to
am
know
she
more about
called.
you."
I am she called Thinur.
Called what?
Thinur.
What the fuck was
Manure?
that? Hey, can you spell that for me?
What
It's
clan are you from?
Thenur.
Ah, do you know your parents spelt your name wrong?
No, they didn't.
Hey, well then they gave you a wrong name.
What clan are you from, Thenor?
Ooh.
I can't remember.
Dwarf never forgets his clan.
I'm a
I
doll.
don't think I was a dwarf.
What were you?
I think I was something smaller.
Like a gnome?
Perhaps.
We found.
I like the
some
sound of
your-
that. Like a gnome.
We found some of your kin and other puppets in the room over there.
Ah, yes. And she, like, gestures to the side. And she's like, there are 2 more who keep me company in here.
Oh fuck.
Did you know Mo?
I don't know Mo no Mo.
I did not.
Who keeps you company then?
These 2.
There's 2 more in the room now.
These two.
Yep.
Oh. Well, hello there. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Who the-
Use
I
your
think they're like me. They don't communicate quite as well.
Hey,
And
how
the 2
did they?
dolls just, like, move their heads and, like, look at her.
Are you able to move? Are you stuck there, or can you walk? Ah! Jesus fuck!
I'm able to move around just fine.
And I just stab with the stickler in her chest. Jesus Christ! No, I'm kidding.
How many of you are back in this hallway?
Too many. We really. Would you like to see us all? Hey guys, come on in.
We
My
have,
I'll make room.
My
we have
friend
a
is in
solid
here.
plan for
Is
you
this
to
all
introduce our-
like crazy rubble? Like you can't walk on it, or is it just like difficult terrain?
I think you can walk through it. It's fine.
I it kind of like nod my head. It was me who you were talking to earlier. I couldn't quite see you. You were scaring me, to be honest with you.
You said the way out is open?
And I kind of looked at everyone else like, do we want this thing roaming around free? Yes, there's actually some golems out there that I think would be mighty interested in meeting you. You know, in like a video
It's
game, when
been
you
a
try to
long
get like
time.
the 2 enemy factions to fight each other, so you don't have to fight. I want Brendan to
There
have
you
a
go.
combat of mud golems versus puppets, and we just get to watch for 2 hours.
We're like that guy from the Godzilla movie from like 2017.
Let them fight.
Yeah.
I think that I would very much like to see the outside.
Hi. I think we could probably arrange that, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. You're going. Okay.
Whoa! Whoa! What is that? What is that? It's pointing a bell. What is that?
A 3-year-old
Um,
child.
Val
Gork
starts
is
doing it
going
back at him too.
And Gorik is going to walk over to Wokrun and Orpheus and
Lean in.
whisper to them, "She has shown us no sign of aggression."
I agree, but like bomb ready to go off. I think if we do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing, her and those others may attack. So I think we should tread lightly.
Let's just let
We
them
need-
go see
We need the
golem.
pommel. We need the thing off our chest, so that's the whole reason that we're down here.
We at least need to get out of this freaking
I think
hallway.
that getting out into the open, we have a better chance of. Fuck, we're
This is
gonna run
dead
into the
end.
mud golems again. Damn it. Alright, I'm running out. Or I'm at
Did
least
she
keeping pace while we're
run out?
walking.
Wait a minute. Did she just leave?
Yes.
Brendan's
Oh,
played
no.
her like we play our characters, where we just
You-
run into rooms.
I was
and
gonna
shit.
say you hear her voice getting farther and farther away. She's like, "I'm so excited! I've never been out here before." Just gets farther and
It's
farther
like-
away.
If there's like live people out here, she just starts like killing them for no reason. Yeah. So this is the. I wouldn't necessarily. It's outside, but we're still very far underground, so it's not like fresh air.
Crab.
Yeah. Welcome to my crib. Over here is where the magic happens.
So
Where'd the
it's
mud golems go?
kind of like, yeah, you notice the mud golems have like kind of like returned back to like an inactive state. They're kind of like sitting underneath the stalagmites looking
Okay.
for water again. And she holds up her arms like, "It's glorious to be outside, but it is not as free as I wish I could be. I must ask you again. Is any one of you willing to take my place inside this stone?"
Aye, what about your little friends? Do you think that one of them could become the stone? Well, I'm gonna be really honest with you, Uma Thurman, or whatever the fuck your name was. We need the gem.
The gem that sustains my life? She
Aye,
tries to look
but-
at it again, but it's like
Uh,
right in her chest,
the-
so every time she looks down, she can't see it.
The gem that sustains your misery.
Aye, that's a good point. So
Are you
there's
saying it
a
would be better to be dead than
no,
to
not
be what I am?
necessarily, but there is a dead gnome in the other room that you might be able to put your life into, and then be alive and not a doll. Maybe I don't really
don't
know.
think that's how that works. You're not quite thinking that through all the way.
Yeah, you might be onto something there.
If
Well-
if one of us takes over the gem, what will happen to you?
That's a good
I
point.
suppose I would become you.
Oh.
It would be only temporary until we're able to find a more permanent solution.
And
I
what-
think we should try it.
what
Let's
is
start
the-
with the tall one.
Aye, not the dwarf.
Which one is the tall one?
It's got to be you.
Me. No, just kidding.
She's pointing at Orpheus and Angoric.
What about we
I've
don't
never
do
been
that?
green before.
Have we tried to just take the stone off of you? Have you tried
No.
that?
No!
What do you mean no? Have you tried it?
No!
You're getting a little bit. I think that I should be the one to stop talking now. And Gorik, remember what we talked about earlier? And Walkroon turns around and looks the other way. He like realizes that he said too much. He's escalating this. You move closer to me. You fuck.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
So,
Angor is going
right.
to walk up and say, "I offer myself."
Whoa.
Ooh.
this has never happened before.
Is that Thuman or Brendan talking?
No, that's the creature.
Thinner.
Thinner.
Well,
This has
must-
never happened before. I'm so excited, and all of you start to feel the earth beneath you start to rumble. Like
Earthquake!
The whole cave starts to shake a little bit. and it's,
Walkroon goes to
like
this
the,
desk and gets underneath it.
and she's like, she's like starting to get very agitated, like
Why?
very excited about
Oh,
it.
okay. Excited.
She's like, I think we should begin the process immediately. And the gem starts to kind of like flash a little bit, and then you're all kind of sitting there like watching this happen. Like I said, the earth is kind of shaking, and then to the southwest over here.
Fuck.
Looking where
It's
I'm
the
looking?
goddamn. Yeah, I can only see this far though.
Yeah,
The Paw Patrol comes
It's
in.
the fucking
southwest.
golems again.
you see
Oh,
crusts of the earth start to break open,
fucking sandworm.
and this massive red worm comes striking up out of the ground,
Holy fuck!
and it rises to a full height of about 30 or 40 feet out of the ground. Just a piece of this worm is exposed, and it opens its mouth, and you see these giant, boulder-sized like teeth, like pointing inward. It's just this huge, open, gaping maw, and the whole cavern is vibrating with this energy. And we'll find out what happens next week.
Dooman, help!
May thy knife chip and
And-
shatter.
May
Oh
thy
my
knife.
chip and shatter.
That's our episode name.
On second thought, we should deal with that.
Holy shit. Okay. That's cliffhanger. All right. Next week it
May
is.
thy knife chip and
May
shatter.
1st.
Unfortunately, this is our last episode. Thanks, everybody.
All right. well.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, but no, that's a good ending point there. I think.
All right. Cool.
Nice.
Well, thank you,
happening.
stream. Lots of conversations in there this evening about all sorts of things. So, like ducks.
All sorts of things.
All right. We'll catch you next week. Bye bye. Say goodbye.
Boy.
Boy.
Folks.